fine specimen.
I'm looking.
He's travelled the route up to Folksweaven and back many times. He knows the way. He'll look after you, won't you, Murdoch? Murdoch just staring hands down a little bit.
Oh God. Do you think he knows?
Maybe.
Do you think he senses it?
Maybe, yes.
He's a friendly fellow. Yeah.
Very concerning animal.
He's giving you some serious stank eye.
I don't think I'll be going near here.
He's good. Don't worry. Money, yes?
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yep. We'll use him to carry some of our bigger goods.
A sweaty palm thrust into your face. Anything else I can... Oh, probably not.
No.
I'm out of horses.
You're out of horses.
Oh.
Well, I hope your stock of horses is replenished soon, good sir.
Once all this is over, they'll come trotting back. Clippity-clopping as they go.
Very good.
What are you going to do about stock in the meantime?
Well, I can have a nap.
You were doing that when you had stock, so...
Yeah, I don't get paid per horse, so... Management's a problem, really.
Fair point. Well, we'll bid you good day, sir.
I've worked with so many of him.
Safe travels. Safe travels. And should you find any horses, you can bring them on here, and I'll buy them off you. But not people's, preferably wild.
If we find wild horses, we'll be taming them and keeping them for ourselves, my friend.
Well, you know, I'm not... Oh, fair enough.
He's got so much money now because all this horses.
He does not care anymore.
I just want to go back to sleep, to be honest. So.
Right, let's leave him to his slumber, guys.
Safe travels.
He's very politely telling us to GTFO.
Enjoy your sleep, sir.
I shall. Yeah, the kind of drizzle starts to die down, and you start to see a couple of breaks in the clouds as sunlight breaks through a little bit. It seems the day is going to lighten up a little bit from here. Yeah, with Murdoch in tow.
Good old Murdoch.
Before we go north, can I quickly head to the blacksmith to attend to some business that I'd forgot about?
Sure, yeah.
While you do that,
do you want us to wait?
Yes, just wait a minute. I won't be long.
Okay.
Well, while you're doing that, we can head over to Frederick and see if he has a cart for us to do business together, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
Get that out of
Heading down to Foragers Markets. You head back to the blacksmith. He greets you with a friendly face. Sir Hans, my... Pleasure to see you again. Yes. How can I help you?
I didn't think I'd be back so soon, but I forgot something yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been of interest to you. I'm wondering if you would have a potential wanting of this shield I liberated from a very obnoxious member of... well, let's not go into details, but yeah, take a look at this gilded shield and see what you think.
Have a look. Grabs the shield. Very nice. Very nice. Regal, almost.
Yes, he was very... yes.
Well,
he was more.
It's a old knight's shield, so I know it's sturdy. Happy to take it off you. 2 gold?
I was thinking more the 4 gold region.
We'll call it 3 then, eh?
Sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah. You managed to sell the gilded shield.
Not what I wanted, but okay.
Thank you.
I just feel like he was like, I'll not push my luck.
Yeah, that's his favourite customer.
Or it was actually 1 gold and he was like, triple that.
I want to keep him in my good books. I like him. Cool.
Very nice.
I'll run to catch up with them, but obviously they'll be there.
Yeah. Hi. Hello again. You wanna?
Frederick?
Yeah, it's good.
you
You
can do
go and. Yeah. Okay. I'll go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Frederick.
Yes. Okay. he runs off. Comes back. Yeah. He says you're free to go. You're free to go in.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good day.
Yeah. You have a. Yeah.
Aw,
Enter in Frederick's office.
it's so adorable.
You see a now very familiar sight of Frederick Warwood at his desk. Back so soon.
Yes. I'd rather not be back so soon, but we have a request to help us solve this case a bit quicker.
Very well.
Unfortunately, as you know, a lot of people have left town and have taken all of the horses bar one.
And all the money as well.
Yeah, so we was wondering if we could borrow a cart if you have one spare, just to get 3 of us to Folksweaven. Is it? Yep, Folksweaven quicker than just by walking there.
I can. You have how many? You want a carriage?
Yes.
We
We only have one horse.
Sure, I
There's only
can
one
get.
horse available.
You have no one horse.
Yeah.
On a carriage.
Yeah, sadly.
3 people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's the only thing I could think of.
It's doable, I suppose. I'll try and find a lighter one. I think the local brewery might have a few that they use for carting things around. I'll have one delivered outside the Wily Druid post haste.
Thank you. I really appreciate the help.
Are you in need of additional horse?
If you have one, that would be
I can
incredibly grateful.
requisition one. I'll requisition one off of the brewery. They won't mind. Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
I'll have it outside the Wily Druid as soon as possible.
Thank you.
You guys are heading north then, properly?
Yes.
Yes, we need to definitely figure out what's going on, and unfortunately the answers don't seem to be here.
No. Good. Very well. I'll make sure it's done soon.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Good luck out there.
And good luck here.
Oh, so good.
As we leave, I turn to Ash and I'm like, well, that went better than I expected.
I know, I wasn't expecting him to give us a carriage and a horse.
I know, I'm out 2 gold. What the hell? You could have just got more.
As you guys leave, you hear it, Stuart! And then a young man rushes past you. Heading outside, it doesn't take long. It takes probably about 20 minutes before you see a dwarven fellow on a carriage with 1 horse, but room for another horse to be tied to it.
Perfect.
That's wonderful.
You be the ones that are taking my horse, then.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He jumps down. We're back. I want him back.
Yes,
course.
you'll have him back. Of course, we'll take very good care of him.
To also help you, here's 5 gold to as compensation for using your horse.
I don't want your gold, son. Keep it to yourself. However,
Thank you.
having been told of your quest, I have made sure to leave a small barrel of fine ale in the back for you. For your travels. It might warm you should things get cold, but be careful not to drink it all at once. Powerful stuff.
Thank you.
It'll take your tits off.
What drink is this?
Is this an experimental brew?
Yes, I'm making it myself. I haven't given it a name yet. It's a concoction. For now, I call it Concoction X.
Oh,
Get some of that chemical X down you.
We will be the Powerpuff Girls.
And do let me know what you think of it when you come back. Just make
Oh,
sure
we
my
will.
horse returns with you.
Thank you.
promise that your horse will be returned and in as good a condition as you gave him to us.
Master Dwarf, may I ask the name of the horse?
Salsicius.
Pardon?
Salsicius.
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 Salsicius the horse.
Salsicius.
Can I call him Sal for short?
You'd have to ask him. Just make sure Salsicius returns. The carriage I'm not attached to, but I would prefer you wouldn't sell.
We won't, of course not.
You'll get both the horses.
It's likely to be destroyed.
Hans?
Wow, Hans.
Unlikely. We're hoping it doesn't get destroyed.
Oh, we hope it doesn't, but it is likely to be. Yes.
The only way I see this being destroyed is if you let an open flame near that keg.
Yes, I imagine that someone will fire an open flame upon it at some point. Yeah.
Well, as long as Salsicius comes back, we're attached to this horse.
Will be returned. This, I swear.
Good. Good.
Dead or alive.
Preferably alive.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not. But it's not a condition. Just preferably.
Yes.
Very well.
Thank you for the ale.
Fine travels and fine ale. He kind of runs off. Wait, actually, he runs off.
He kind of runs. No, he does.
Yeah, it's close to a sprint. It's got
He
places to
does
be.
that, and that's adorable.
Well, dwarves are natural sprinters.
They're not. Where did you hear that?
I'd heard it from one of them at some point, I'm sure.
I read it in a book once.
So, now you have a carriage, Salsicius, and Murdoch.
That's right.
Yep.
Good old Sal. I'm gonna call him Sal. Because nobody wants to say Salsicius over and over again.
I do.
Can I approach Murdoch and just be like,
Let's just back him in.
just trying to stroke him a little bit?
Do you want to do an animal handling check for me?
Oh, fuck, why did I do that?
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
He doesn't like you.
Wow.
Oh, no. Three?
Hello, that's 3.
Oh, look at the cogs whirring in his head now.
I know, right? Are you gonna get
What?
kicked?
Oh.
Oh.
As you put your hand out, he goes for it like it's a fresh carrot, and you manage just to snap your hand out just in time.
Oh.
Wow.
Right, you handle this one, and I'll...
Okay.
Oh. And I'll go and deal with Salsafian.
Salsafian?
Salsicius.
You're heading over to Salsicius, yeah?
Yeah. All horses just gonna be against you now.
Salsicius is just kind of chewing down.
Hello, Salsithius. Horse curse.
Oh no!
As you get close to Salsicius.
I'm backing up.
Oh gosh! Right, okay.
Right, you go on the back of the carriage.
Yeah, you're not allowed near the horses.
Yeah, I'll just sit, my legs dangling from the back.
Have a drink or two.
All right, I'll go over and deal with Salsicius.
Thank you.
Salsicius is a very friendly horse, and you take care of him with ease.
He
Oh, no, just wait a minute. It's horrible.
Can I go up to Murdoch and see if I'm okay?
Yeah, he's perfectly fine with you. He looks a bit tired, but he's
Love
managing.
I'm okay.
The carriage itself is a pretty nice built. You can tell it's definitely some sturdy human craftsmanship. The inside seems quite spacious, really. There's plenty of place to sit and rest, and it even has little curtains on the windows. It's very nice.
Oh.
Inside you see a small barrel, it's about yay big, of ale with a tap already in. On the side branded a giant X.
It's like the kind of keg that a Doberman carries up a mountain. Not a Doberman, a Saint Bernard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it. I can envision that now.
Yeah, can you picture it?
Now you said it, I'm like, oh yeah.
Not Doberman. Saint Bernard. Fucking Doberman.
So you guys have a carriage horses. What
Right.
what I do?
I
It
guess
looks like it's time to go.
I guess I'll sit in the back and drink some ale.
Don't
Yeah.
drink too much of that. Apparently, it'll knock your feet off.
I'll just have a tankard.
A tankard.
Oh.
Okay. So you guys set off north. You've travelled this route before a couple of times. Well, yeah, twice now. Twice? Just
Twice, because we did
To go to the gnomes and to the flower fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either side of you see the plethora of colours of all the different flowers the gnomes have sown amongst the land. They completely cover the hills, both left and right.
lovely.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
This
Sure.
is not good.
He
10.
drank. He
10?
drank a lot.
Yeah. You're feeling pretty drunk. You're feeling pretty jolly. Yeah.
A single tankard of this ale.
Yeah.
Could have at least waited until after you spoke with the gnomes, right?
I know, right? You're gonna have to try and talk to them about your horse curse ring.
I'll talk to the horse curse ring.
You'll talk to the horse curse ring.
Always worrying about the horse curse ring.
I'm not always worrying about it. Have you had? How much of that have you had?
Can I just ask who's steering the carriage?
I'll do that.
You're up front. Okay. You can still hear there's a small window. There's a small window you guys can see through and talk still, so you can hear and converse as usual.
How much? Oh, how much did you drink of that?
Are we there yet?
As Hans says that, up ahead you do see a strange-looking stone structure that you know to be the gnome's house. Surrounded, of course, by a brilliant garden. It stands on a hill. It kind of leans peculiarly. It's a very strange-looking structure. Of course, it has that 3-tier door. All the windows seem to be a mismatch of framings. Some of them are circular, some of them are square and long. But
It sounds so cute.
it is. It's very. It's
the inside.
very homely. You guys going to stop at the gnomes, or are you going to move on?
Yeah. Although I'm gonna stick my head out the carriage window. Just Zite. Hans is drunk.
I'm not drunk.
He's so drunk.
No, I'm not.
We're
Shush.
gonna have to go in with him, aren't we?
Listen to
And deal with the horse ring. You stay here with the cabbage.
see what I mean?
If that's the case, Ash, do you want to go in with him while I look after the
Don't be
cabbage?
worried about me. No,
Do you
I've
want me?
seen it once.
Okay, yeah. You look after the cabbages. I'll go for the horse ring.
Okay.
Good luck.
So Hans and Ash are going to the gnomes, yeah?
Yeah. Come on, Hans.
Okay.
And I'm like, just.
I just thought.
So
wait, how drunk are you? Like,
He had a full
pretty
tankard
drunk,
of the
yeah.
chemical X.
I'm not drunk. Just merry.
You say that with a mouthful of dirt.
That's just. I.
just on the floor. I'm fine. I'm just merry.
You
So
have a mouthful of dirt. Come on, up you get.
so getting to the stumbling, should say, to the door.
I just bang on it like.
Jesus.
You hear from inside. And you hear from above.
Don't think they're in.
And you see a gnome peering out from a window in the second story.
Hello.
What do you want?
I have questions that I need support from you with.
Can I just shout from the cabbage and just be like, "Hey guys,
Oh, you're with him.
hey,
Yes.
he's a friend.
friend, my
He's
friend.
alright."
I'm his friend.
Very well. Questions?
questions of a gnomish nature.
You hear a 3 small locks being opened, and the door opens, and you see within 3 curious-looking gnomes. What do you think we have here? The large one. Stinking drunk large one.
I'm so sorry for his condition.
You little shit.
Please, come in. Have some tea. What?
Ash, before you go, if he's a dick, just smack him.
But it might hurt. Him, not me.
Bubblewick.
That's okay.
Bubblewick. Fetch the smuggling route.
Bubblewick, a horrible name. You should. I hope you thanked your mother for it.
Why don't we all sit down?
Yeah, Hans,
Yes.
take a seat, okay?
Sit down, you. Yeah, I see they're brewing tea, but it's a very strange looking kettle. It kind of flows into another thing, comes out into a flask, and it seems to be a whole system they've got in place. Well,
I'm picturing some Willy Wonka shit here.
it's a little bit. You see foam. It's strange, but eventually you are presented with a couple of cups of kind of strange looking green tea. And the 3 gnomes sit on the opposite side of the table to you. The room itself is, again, it's things seem to be at very odd sizes and the odd angle. Some of the areas padded in quite a nice looking kind of satin, whereas others are kind of like twiggy, uncomfortable looking chairs. It doesn't seem to, nothing seems to colorate. It's just a mishmash of strange colors. Drink.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Cheers to good gnomes.
It's very hot. First off.
So do you want to make another constitution?
But as you feel it go down, you feel a sense of clarity come over you, and then a kind of a bit of a headache. You find yourself stone cold sober. There we go. Now we might have a more agreeable conversation.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Oh.
What is it you want? Says the smaller one.
Ah, yes. I wondered if you might be able to shed any light on this.
Yes, of course. We start deliberating together. It's a hand.
Okay,
love
Ash
these
like
guys.
falls out of her seat laughing.
Yes, more specifically, the
Specifically. Yeah, human hand.
Very
We think. Don't hold us to it.
You can just hear snots on the floor now. Just her, just like.
I can hear this from outside. I'm like,
You see, the smaller one kind of climbs up onto the table, takes your hand.
Just peeking
Well?
over the table.
Well, what did you find? I just want. I just. What did you? From the licking in it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The one who handed you the tea, who from them in talking, you've gathered his name, Sprigolia. Sprigolia. You have there a fiend mark by the looks of things.
Yes. Yes. What is that, and how do I rid myself of it?
A fiend mark is an etching on the soul. Old magic. It's usually used as some form of punishment for doing something abhorrent. It's used as a marking to not only warn others of the things you've done, but also to slowly drive you insane over the course of your life.
Ah, very good. And of the ridding of myself of it?
Well, you should well, on that subject, it's a bit more. How about what did you try and describe? Oh yes. It's a long, an arduous thing to do, to try to you can't. It's a gnomish curse, of course. Not hey Siri, go away. To have it reversed, you had, suppose, find absolution, but no one has ever done it.
Absolution.
You find the one you wronged, who cursed you so, and you seek forgiveness.
But the curse was put upon me by a ring I found in a strange and dark place.
I knew one who had his put on him right in his forehead after lighting a candle.
Well, I'm sure he had it coming to him.
The method of how you receive the curse comes naturally through time. You never know when you're going to receive one. That's part of the... If you knew you were going to receive a curse, it wouldn't come to you. You wouldn't take it, obviously. So these things, they find a way into your life naturally. It's something you would usually have done without reading a small book by the bedside table or lighting the wrong fire, as Finn says.
So the ring isn't necessarily related to the reason I got the curse.
Or
So the ring
no.
may not have
Or it
had
may,
anything to do with it.
you may not have found the ring should the curse not have been put upon you.
I understand.
But I found the ring. You just put it on.
Then maybe you're part of the message too.
Oh, gosh. So,
All right, don't look at me like that.
if I'm clear, I've done something, and the doing of that thing has led me to eventually put the ring on and be bestowed upon with the curse.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and what does absolution mean? How do I obtain this?
Well, it's sort of a quasi natural thing, isn't it? It's hard to judge somebody's version of what absolution is. It's different to somebody else's. Like, I don't forgive you, still, after all these years.
You need
Though
to
you might
find
try.
who.
But
to
whereas
find who it
Sprigolia
is.
here would very easily have forgiven. Depends on the person.
And who would have initiated this curse? Who would have such power?
This usually would be a gnomish entity or perhaps one of the gods that have been asked to do such a thing. The gnomish gods create a balance in nature, you see, and to have the bush grow correctly, you have to trim the odd spriget, you see.
When last we were here, my friend talked to you about sacrifices that might be necessary. You gave him very solid advice, which we misinterpreted into the murdering of a very noble steed. Could that be?
You imagine that. Killed a horse. How do you taste?
Well, it was killed within sacrificial chambers of the druids, the bone druids.
So you took an innocent animal to a dark ritual,
Yes.
sacrificed it
Yes.
to power dark magic,
Yes.
and then, by happenstance, you received a curse with horse etchings on your finger.
Yeah.
Sounds like a coincidence to me. What about you? Maybe he threw away a ring or something. I'm sure you can connect the dots. The message is given is clear to the receiver. I think your questions here, you've known the answer now for a while. And you're just wasting our time.
I think I'm a little cleverer, despite your cryptic answers. I thank you for your time, Master Gnomes.
If you wish to know more, you should find maybe a gnomish priest, something like that. We're just humble plant people.
Yes,
Okay.
and wonderful plants you grow. I thank you for your time.
Yes. Very well, and make sure you get that scene too. Then.
Well, I'll just be doomed for horses hating me, I suppose.
That's what it does. It's good. It's a good one.
Yes, indeed.
There have been much worse, so consider yourself lucky.
Well, this is all I know of so far.
That's true. It could be much worse. They could be lusting for your flesh.
Might I ask one more question? The tea that you brewed that instantly brought me around from my inebriated state, might you provide us with either the recipe or perhaps a flagon of it to take with us?
We can concoct one, sure, but it will cost you, as this isn't free world where everything's free. 3 gold pieces. We can make you a batch of 3 dosage.
Very well.
I'll just let you make that decision. That's fine by me.
Cleanses the mind. Not just for hangover cures.
If I had it whilst sober, would it provide me with any other benefits?
No, but should your usual state be somewhat affected by external cause, it might help towards resisting such effects.
Very good. I'll take it. Thank you.
Okay. Very well.
Such as spells or any kind of
It's often used as kind of shielding, yes.
Oh. That
Thank
is
you.
a lot more useful than I thought it was.
Gives you a small kind of... It's like a flask. Here you are.
And it's made with what root? How did you make it? Sorry, I messed up it.
Well, that's probably a secret for now.
Trade secret.
If we were to tell you how to make it, you could just make more. And then you wouldn't have to come back to us.
That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
Very frugal of you.
I'll hand it to Ash to try and reverse engineer.
Okay, no.
Good idea.
It would take months.
Is there anything else we could help you with?
I guess.
You may stay the night, should you wish. Although our beds are very small.
No, we must travel north. There is a great threat that we must destroy, lest it come down here and destroy you.
You're heading towards the nesting woods.
That's correct.
Be careful.
You're concerned, but
Careful.
we should know.
Be careful when traveling at night. I've seen some strange lights from the woods. Unnatural things. We don't go near them.
Unnatural. It couldn't just be high elves on patrol.
Not by the colour. It's not flame like I've seen before. Shines brilliant white.
I thank you for the warning.
Yes. Careful out there. And do come back for more strange tinctures. I'm sure I could come up with a few more.
Thank you for your time.
Farewell, younger one.
Whose name escapes me.
Which one?
The other two.
We're not important for you to know our names.
The grumpy one and the nice guy. Yes.
I like.
At least
you've
got their personalities I've written down, Pat. So
grumpy, nice, and wise.
fuck off then.
Bye.
Oh, they are my favourite.
They are great. They are great. They remind me of like the way you described their house, how like some of it was like old and tatty and some of it was like really nice and fine. Just reminded me of like the 3 little pigs a little bit. Like one of them likes to live in luxury, one of them likes tat. That's
There's definitely a clash of ideas when it comes to the furniture. So,
I like that. That's pretty good.
That's so cute.
As you exit the small house, you hear it of the door being bolted shut again. And you enter. The day is now broken up. It's actually starting to get quite clear. You can see vast grey clouds off in the distance, but seem to be moving away from you.
Okay. So the good news is Hans is no longer drunk.
Thank God.
The bad news is I am doomed for potentially eternity to have horses just hate me.
So both good news then. I like that.
Yeah, it seems from what I interpreted from the gnomes, it seems like he's been cursed for killing his horse.
Hmm.
By
I mean,
who we don't know, but
You
it could
didn't
be.
want to pull the lever, so I could have done it.
Yeah, by who we don't know, but you know, it could be anyone. It could even be one of the great gods of nature. So we never know.
Oh, very strange.
He's just gonna have to try and absolve himself of his guilt.
My new
Good
mission in
luck
life
with that, Hans.
is possible.
It's to what, sorry?
Save as many horse lives as possible.
So
Trait lover of horse.
you find yourself with quite a long. It's a long road up to the nesting woods. You'll be approaching there around night time. So
What?
We were warned about travelling the nestling woods at night. The gnomes said that they'd heard say or had seen lights of an unnatural form.
Maybe it's worth camping at the entrance.
Potentially, we either we take the risk and we deal with whatever that is, or we wait until daylight to travel the woods. Can we get through the whole woods in a single day?
I don't know how big they are.
you're not sure.
Hmm.
Do you want to make a survival check and see if you can figure it out using your map?
Yeah.
Shall we all do that? Or?
Just we'll just go with thing.
Mhm.
So you think it's probably going to take you more than a day.
It's likely to take us more than a day, so at some point we'll have to deal with it at night. But we could
Surely we don't.
Tackling it most of it through the day, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll just have to be
I'm okay
extra
with that.
alert at night.
Yeah.
I think Ash is right. We should camp at the edge for the first night, and then head through as much as we can in the next day.
Take kind of, in a sense, like turns once we're in there to guard each other, I guess.
There's something else about these woods I can't remember if I've shared with you, but I'm aware that there are high elves that live in these woods, and they do not take kindly upon human forms.
Oh.
Correctly. There's been some political drama, shall we say, and it's taken a toll on mentality. So we need to be mindful of that.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for that.
Okay, so
A lot of news.
traveling up, is that you still driving the carriage? Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Ash, I'm gonna have look after Hans just for the whole thing. Don't trust him at this point. Horses don't, so I'm gonna do that. So I guess I'll drive.
Would you make a perception check for me then?
Yeah. Let's have a look. Where's my perception? There you are. 14.
Okie doke. So traveling on up ahead, it takes a good few hours. Is there anything you guys want to be doing in the carriage or talking about or whatever as you travel?
Maybe have a little bit of a conversation around this brew we've acquired and what its potential uses could be.
Please don't drink more of that, Hans.
No, not that brew. We didn't mention I've obtained a tea from the gnomes, which there's 3 doses of. It definitely alleviated me of my drunken state, but they seem to suggest in the Ash that it could cleanse the mind of potentially more foul things. I thought it might be useful to have. I had some money from a sale of that shield we'd acquired that I was going to put towards the agency, but I've used it on this.
That's fine. Absolutely fine. I mean, it's a dose for each of us, at least. So don't waste it on more alcohol, please, Hans.
Well, I'm not going to make promises I can't keep, but I'll certainly try.
You make that promise, Hans, please.
Absolutely not. No.
Fine.
Oh dear.
I'll reserve the promises for the things that really need them. But I won't drink the ale until we have something to celebrate. That much I'll promise you.
I would appreciate that. Thank you,
Probably.
Hans.
Probably.
Great.
So, day begins to turn to dusk. You see in front of you the nesting woods, very large in size. They take up almost most of the horizon. You can still just off in the distance see the ocean.
Sorry, could we get the thing changed to that map then? Is that all right?
Oh, yeah, sure, sorry.
Overworld, is that all right?
Yeah.
So I can absorb it all. Yeah, Thank you.
Sure thing. So, fucking thing. Yeah, you guys are just coming up on here. So no, you can't see the ocean. Good shout. You do actually see a rocky face. Completely forgot about it. Yeah, you see a large cliff face. It's very sharp and juts kind of against the horizon, the sky. Castle Bay, is now not visible to you from where you are. Ahead of you see the beginning of Nesting Woods. It nestles right up the mountainside on the left side here of the Moro Mountains.
Name makes sense then.
Yeah. The woods themselves, how close to them are you getting to before you camp?
Don't want to get too close because
if something jumps out of it.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should put a good few hundred meters between both the woods and the cliff edge. It reminds me of somewhere near my home in Booths, in the Boothport region, where there were lots of goblins and orcs. We should steer clear of the rocky area and the woods. Give ourselves plenty of space for Ash to fire moonbeams down on anything that approaches us.
Good shout.
Very well. Okay.
Were you going to say Boozeport? I mean, you've had a lot to drink today, but
Boozeport.
Boozeport. I was like,
Booths.
okay.
Okay.
Boozeport is what. Never mind. That's another story.
Okay, so the sun begins to set. It's quite. You got that chill. You've got that autumn chill rolls in.
Love it.
Ooh.
What you guys wanted to do during this time? Set up camp. You want to have a look around the area. What are you guys thinking?
I'm gonna put the crystalline campfire down. Get that bonfire set up.
Yep.
That's a good idea. Let's do a bit of a forage. I'll do a bit of a forage around for food or berries or even little animals.
Okay, so do you want to do a survival check for me, please?
Yes. No, that's actions, you stupid idiot. Survival check. Oh, what? It's not letting me roll thingy anymore. What? My my D&D Beyond 20 isn't working anymore.
Can you click on it on the top there? On your bar, the little D20 with the B on it, and see what it says.
It's disabled. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Why was it disabled?
I'm disabled. You might need to give it a refresh.
Should do it. Roll it. Yeah, I'll need to refresh. Just give me a second. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Looks like everything needs refreshing. Oh. Your connection to the...
Oh, there we go.
Lots of things are happening.
So you got a nat 1.
Did I?
Oh no, you got a 20. You got a 20 first. Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I tried to roll it a second time.
Yeah. So with a 20, upon looking around for certain herbs, you don't manage to find anything particularly useful. However, as you kind of approach closer towards the forest edge, you do notice a few flowers and or even a couple bushes that are completely dead.
Whoa. Can I do a little sneak investigate?
Or are you just going to carry on looking around the area? Yeah? Go for it.
I just want to, I want to check those bushes.
When you say sneak, do you mean stealth?
No, oh, not stealth. I just want to take a closer look
Yeah.
at the bushes and
So
the
do
dead
a
thing.
nature check for me then.
Yeah. Nature. There we go. That should do it. 16.
So looking at the bush, you notice, in particular the bush, the soil is still nice and wet. It doesn't seem anything to be wrong with the soil. It seems perfectly natural, life-giving soil. The bush itself is dead, and a good couple of the bushes connected to it are also dead. But you don't see any signs of disease in the bush. But you also don't see anything wrong with the soil that might have caused this. So the actual cause for this, the death of these plants, you're not too sure.
Completely unknown. Okay. All right. I'll go back with my info. There's some pretty dead foliage just over that way. It's not as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like the soil is rotten or there's any disease. They've just died for no reason. I can't sense anything and I can't smell anything in the air.
Hmm.
Are they close to the forest? Like closer than most things, or are they actually quite far away compared to any others? Or
They're like coming from the forest. They're like, and a few of them like in a line. Like
you,
they're
good
coming
sign.
from.
Can
Yeah.
you show me, Ash? Can I see?
Yeah.
Can
I'll take you over there.
Yeah, so Ash takes you over and you see the same site. Big old bunch of plants and bushes
They're
seem to...
just yeah, and I just crunch my hand on the dead leaves, and I'm just like, they're just dust.
I'm going to kneel before this site, and I'm going to perform a divine sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So closing your eyes and attuning yourself to the world, you don't sense any kind of evil or particularly good here in the area.
Does this remind me of like the same effect that the Wither Whites did, or is it just completely something else?
It does remind you of a similar effect that you've seen, but you've only ever seen that on actual
Humans, right?
living things like like beasts and humans, yeah. But yeah, it does have that same feeling of like the life force has been sucked out or gone.
I'll relay that to the other two. Saying obviously it's something seems similar to something I've seen before. With Wither Whites absorbing life from humans, it seems like something's absorbed life from this plant.
Wither whites, what are those?
The creatures you do not want to be near. Let's say that it's a creature that absorbs your life and then, in a sense, turns you into one and then restores their humanity. I encountered it a lot before, but
The last great threat that myself and Zeit fought before coming here.
I
But yeah,
see.
I agree, there is definitely a similarity. I think this is marks maybe the border of the evil that we are particularly dealing with this time.
I'm just wondering, maybe did they all return to normal when you did what you did?
no,
Those Wither
I don't think they
whites?
did. I mean, we had to eventually run, I think.
I know they were.
They got restored, yeah.
I mean,
They got
yeah,
restored, okay.
yeah. Like once you finished your quest.
So long ago.
I was just wondering, just in case, maybe. I mean, we are quite that this mountain range does connect to Timberton, I think. So maybe one or two of them managed to drop from the mountain range, but apparently, if you've managed to resolve the curse, then that wouldn't be it.
Yeah, we
to be
definitely
fair,
that thread out of existence.
yeah, and to be fair, I don't think I've ever seen a Wither White absorb life from a plant. It was normally humans or any
It
other
was always
thing.
people or limbs of people.
So So unless there's like a creature that can absorb life from anything, then I'm lost. It's nothing I've seen before.
I suggest we take a long rest here. Take turns on guard. Keep an eye on the woods and the rock face.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
Okay. So nighttime has come. The sun's set, and darkness reigns over the land. What order are we wanting to take watch?
We'll split it into three sections. That way, everyone gets a good amount of sleep. I think.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay.
So, anything else you guys want to do before you head to sleep? Or are you good?
Nah.
Could I read a little bit of the Meaning of Life book? Is that
Ooh.
a possibility?
Yeah, sure. Yep. You
Nice. I just
bunker down to read some Meaning of Life. Opening the Meaning of Life, you're astonished by what you see. All the pages seem to be blank.
Oh.
Is that the gnome's book?
That's the book that we bought from that thrift shop.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
What
I
did
should
I
have
get?
looked in the book before buying it.
What did I get again?
You got a small green crystal key. Yeah.
And I have a little chalice made of crystal.
Yep.
Empty book, and you both get something like crystal-esque. It just feel robbed here.
I mean,
the whole book is completely empty. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't see a single page with any writing on it. It looks like it's never even been written in. It's completely blank.
Who knows? Maybe the writings are there and you just can't see them. Maybe they'll be revealed to you over time. Maybe it's a magical book.
I do like magic.
Could be a magical book.
Thank
Could
you.
be,
Saved
could
me
be.
from throwing this in the fire.
Don't burn anything.
Okay, so Hans, your watch begins. It's a while. You kind of just sat. Would you make a perception check for me, please?
We're definitely being followed.
4. Okay. So you're just chilling out by the crystalline campfire. You do hear something though. However, even before close, you hear
I'm going to touch Lurkbane.
Yes.
I'm grabbing Lurkbane and drawing Lurkbane.
He'll hear you. Shut
I can now. What?
Is it the gnomes? Is it? I hope it's the gnomes.
You turn around. What? You see it. It's coming from the direction where the people see the carriage. It's coming from within the camp.
Alert!
You shout alert. Yep. You guys hear Hans shout alert.
Okay. Summon.
Something is in the camp.
Bane.
Yep. You guys come blundering out of the carriage. I imagine you're sleeping in the carriage, right? Or you're sleeping, yeah?
Probably, but my ears just go boink.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is it?
You see Hans looking very perturbed.
There is a threat. I can hear voices. Something is with us in this camp.
What do you mean? Voices.
There's someone here with us. At least 2 of them.
Can we try and listen?
Yeah. You guys want to? Do you want to all make perception checks?
Yeah.
See if you hear anything.
They know we're onto them now. So,
13.
21.
Oh.
And this one won't be. 6. Wow.
So you guys settle down. Have a listen. Hans, you hear a.
Is that what I heard? Or
Yeah, that's what you heard.
I'm just hearing too many things. Like the forest is making all kinds of noise.
You don't.
The
Yeah, you don't hear
reception is
anything.
just The reception for my ears is just really bad right now.
Tell me you heard that.
And I don't hear that either.
No, you don't.
Where-
What?
It came from the direction of the carriage.
I'm
Where
running
you guys
towards
are sleeping. Yep, running towards the carriage, sword in hand.
looking under it,
Yep, nothing there.
looking on top of it,
Nothing there.
looking at the back of it.
Nothing there.
You can't see anything. Oh. Hmm.
I swing the sword.
Yeah, you swing violently around the area. You don't manage to hit anything or anything. You don't make contact at all.
Are you hearing things? Are you okay?
There is a threat, I'm telling you. I'm going to use Lurkbane to fire a beam of light at the...
You can kind of... You can't... Okay.
Yeah, I think it's got...
I think it can cast light.
Oh, it casts light. Yeah, so light is a area around you. So it's like kind of a torch. Yeah. Yeah. You illuminate the entire area. Crickets.
There's nothing here.
There is. Okay, right. Okay, very good. Back to sleep with you. I apologize for disturbing your rest. I may have been mistaken, I guess.
If you hear anything else, let us know.
I'll scream alert again.
Okay. You guys head on back to sleep.
Yeah.
And consciousness envelops you both.
Camp now.
Okay. So where exactly are you? So I can draw something real quick if you want.
Yeah.
There's going to be combat.
I'm just drawing something.
Here's one I made earlier. It's like super detailed.
The thing is, when he starts drawing things, you know there's going to be combat.
Yeah.
He just wants me to paint him a picture, a word picture. It's fine. Don't worry, guys. It's all good.
Hey guys, did you know that I can transform into a horse?
Don't do that. You'll hate me.
But I can only do it for 2 hours, which is why I didn't volunteer to pull the carriage.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be a bit bad. Oh wow, okay.
That's the campfire.
This is the carriage.
Like that direction is where the mountains is.
Is it the horses? Can you hear the horses?
Can you hear the horses? Are they talking to you?
And then the forest is there.
Are you
so
listening
whereabouts
about
do you want to be?
There.
Okay. You hear from right behind you. Right behind you.
Oh, okay, it's not the horse.
Well, if you're there.
Right, I'm walking up to the horses.
You see them both kind of looking at you. They look at each other.
Are they asleep? Are them two asleep?
These, the NPC, yeah.
Yeah.
We're asleep.
Ashton's out asleep. The horses look at each other.
What?
What? You see Murdoch go. Shut the fuck. I'm sorry. I can't. Shut up.
Are you for real?
No. Shh. Fuck.
Are you? Wait. What?
Nay.
Stand me? I'll pass you sugar cubes if you talk to me. You like sugar cubes, right? Nice, tasty cubes of sugar.
Persuasion check.
What is going on?
Oh my god, I've got a +6 in this shit.
You rolled a nat 1.
7?
But not one.
I got a 7. I may have rolled in that one, but I've got a 7.
See this? Sal just kind of looks towards Murdoch.
Wait. Alright. Just answer me this one then. Why do you hate me? I'm lovable. Am I not lovable? Guys. Guys. I'm lovable. Alright, look directly in my eyes.
I can't with this.
It's so good. I'm extremely happy.
Murdoch. You're old, right? You...
You're old. Wow.
Murdoch, I saw that. I saw it. You can't... I saw it. Murdoch. Murdoch. What is this?
Oh, fuck. Look. I don't wish to talk to you right now.
Why?
Shh.
Sal. Level with me, bro. Sal,
No.
do you like working for that brewery? Do you want to go back to your dwarf master?
It's it's anywhere but near you.
He's got the
Look,
ability to hear a horse.
I understand your confusion, younger one, but just no. We don't want any of your nonsense over here. Thank you.
Because of this, right?
Zai,
You know.
you wake up to Hans talking.
Okay.
You know what this is, right?
I'm gonna pretend to still be asleep, but I'm just gonna listen.
You've seen it before.
I've smelt you before.
What does
I
it?
hear that. So I can't hear them at all.
You don't hear it. No, you just hear Hans.
Okay, he's definitely losing his mind.
Ash, you wake up as well at this point.
Okay. What's
It's,
going on?
It's just one of those things, isn't it? We're all, Sal says to you, we're all in this unfortunate circumstance together at the moment.
Was this because I killed that horse that time?
It's very distasteful.
Is that what this is? Look, my boss made me do that. By the way, that's the guy in the carriage.
I heard that the last thing he said before he killed the poor thing was, without hesitation, and impaled him with a spike. Yes.
Now,
I'd
true.
heard that too.
That is true. That was what was demanded of us by the Bone Druids. You see, there's been a terrible
This will be much easier for all of us involved if we just went back to pretending that you couldn't speak horse, and you went on your way and just left us alone. We promised not to impale you with a spike or anything.
Guys. Fine. Okay, fine. Very good. You're very funny. Hilarious horse.
Can I, at this point, open the door?
Yeah.
And be like, Han, are you okay?
Yes. I'm just dealing with... It's fine. It's all good. Go back to sleep.
Okay, so when he's talking, are we hearing him speak in common, or is he making hilarious neighing noises?
No, you hear him speak in horse in common. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
But
Fine.
we can't hear anything else apart from the odd.
You don't
whinny
hear
of the
anything.
horse.
Yeah, you
Okay.
you heard what sounded like Murdoch kind of whinnying a little bit, but
Okay. So he's going crazy basically in our
Yeah.
heads.
On guard. You two will be silent.
I'm
Yeah.
still looking at you, Hans. Are you?
Because,
I've still got the door open here.
Guy, go back in the carriage. Close the door. Like, don't worry about it. It's all good.
Are you tired, Hans?
I think we have
We
an.
can swap.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
just gonna poke my head out the window. I can take watch if you need it.
Ash, just you. Tight. Go back in. Okay. You two.
yes.
Stop it. Stop it. Okay, everyone, back to where we were. Okay, we'll reset this.
I'm just gonna tell Hans to go to bed. We'll swap. I've had enough sleep. It's fine.
Yeah, that may be for the best.
Yeah, you go. You go to bed. I'll take this next watch. And I just like whisper to Ash. I'm like, keep an eye on him.
Why's it always gotta be me?
You've got the moonbeams. It's fine.
Okay, fine. These goddamn moonbeams are gonna get me in trouble.
So Hans, you head to bed.
Foreshadowing.
Can I whisper to Ash? I take it we're in the carriage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you guys are it's outside now.
In your facility, as you know.
What?
Have you ever come across such a thing as communing with animals? Speaking.
It's a spell you can learn.
It is.
Yeah. In fact, I can commune with other animals when I am one.
Wait, what? In even horses?
I think so. I've been able to commune with the other animals in the forest when I've been them. I lose the ability when I go back to normal, though.
But if you can turn into a horse, right?
Yeah, I've seen one, so I think so. I've never tried it, though.
We might need to conduct an experiment in the near future, but I'll leave it there for now.
Okay,
Dan's
I'm
like typing.
I'm worried.
It's like character sheet for horse. Right.
You can be a draft horse. I've checked. There are 1/4 CR, and they're classed as a common beast. So.
You're nothing but a common beast.
Okay, I'm going to sleep because I've had a long night, despite it being quite short. And yes, thank you, Zeit. Thank you.
It's fine.
I've not drunk anything.
I've checked the keg.
I didn't
checked the
drink,
keg.
I didn't drink anything in the keg.
I'm checking the keg.
Please.
Can I actually go and like weigh the keg, just lift it up to see if it's drink anymore?
Yeah, you can't quite tell. You didn't weigh it before.
Damn it.
Okay, so Zeit's watch begins.
Yep.
So it's getting.
I summon Hearbane, by the way, just
Okay.
to make sure that's out.
It's getting quite late now. It's almost pitch black out, and in that, because it's so dark, you begin to see coming from the forest, like beyond the forest, it seems, a light.
Why is it always me that sees this weird shit?
You say that after what Hans just did.
I saw that ghostly figure, like, for one, and now this.
You see, you took second watch, dude, right? You start to see a light from over the edge of the forest. It kind of you see the edge of the forest silhouetted against this white light that begins to kind of over time, over a good while, it grows. First you think it's like moonlight, but it's definitely its own thing. It is quite bright. It's almost like dawn's rising a little bit just over the forest, but it's like a white light.
I kind of just like stare at it. I don't want to be sitting down as well. Like I kind of feel this makes me want to just stand up and look at it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like it's odd enough being to be like, better not sit down just in case something just rushes. You know what I mean? Get that vibe.
As the light gets brighter over the hours, you see what looks to be a couple of white specks floating up within the light. It's quite beautiful. Multiple little specks, and some of them drift and get caught in little eddies in the wind and circle round, and you see them kind of spread out and flowing. Not loads of them, but about 10 or 12. You see them kind of off they go. Some of them just fizzle out in the air, and others kind of land somewhere off in the distance.
Trying to every little thing. I'm like, does this go back to the prophecy? Okay. I just have a quick read.
If is there anything you want to do, or
I'll just make a mental note of that to tell everyone in the morning.
Okay.
Don't really need to do anything. I mean, I was gonna read more of the book that's empty, but fine.
Okay. So with that, it's the hours go by, and it's time for Ash to take her watch.
Does this count as a long rest for me? And if so, am I able to rejig my spells?
Yeah, and yeah.
Cool.
All right, I'm up.
Okay. So Ash, when you come out, you immediately are met with this white light over the forest.
Around.
It's still going. Yeah. It's been going for a good few hours now, and during that time, it's just got brighter and brighter. It seems. And you see these specks just kind of floating around. It's a very strange sight. You've never seen anything like it before.
What's that?
I have no idea. It started a few hours ago, and it seems to have gotten brighter and brighter. And I've never seen it. So
Actually, wait, the gnomes nearby actually mentioned something about lights coming from the forest.
I didn't think they'd be this bright. That's
No.
the strange thing.
That's
I mean,
really weird.
If anything seems amiss, obviously wake us both up.
Of course. So far, it looks harmless, but I'll keep an eye out just in case.
Good.
Okay.
Be safe. I'm gonna go nap.
Okay, you go nap. Night.
So a good few hours pass. You watch this light. It seems maybe it's starting to dim. When you notice off in the distance along the field, way far away, you see out of the forest runs this white light along the ground. And as it runs, you see it leaves a trail of the same white light as it's running like kind of all over the show through the fields very far away. So good, like maybe like a kilometer away.
So a good distance away that I couldn't get too fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see it kind of move through the fields, kind of up a hill a little bit, and then it just stops. And then you see the white light kind of grow and grow around it where it stopped. And as the sun begins to rise, the white light begins to dim and disappear. And by the time the sun's come up for a new dawn, white light's completely gone.
What?
Oh, wow, that was very odd. All right, well, the first thing I want to do is just check. I do really want to check the trail that it left because I would like to see if it had killed anything.
It's good mooch away, but yeah.
But I want to wake everyone up first because I don't want to just vanish.
Yeah, it's about that time, so definitely.
Yeah.
People begin to awaken.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Saw some weird shit.
Weirder than the lit up forest?
Yeah, well, one of the lights decided it wanted to dash out of the forest and left like a long trail of light and then just vanished in the sunlight. It was weird.
Oh. That
But
is weird.
I do want to check out the area it was running around in because I want to know whether or not it's the thing that's making the bushes die.
Good shout. Where did it come from? Like what?
But
Which area
it
was
came out of the forest, but it's like a kilometer away, so it's a bit of a walk.
It
It'd
sounds.
probably take about 20 minutes or something like that, I think.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That as well.
Okay.
So you guys
Right.
march on. Who's going? Who's going with Ash? Is it everyone or
Oh, you don't have to come with me. I can go and check it.
is it just Ash? Okay. So Ash walks on out across the field. Yeah, it takes you about probably 15 minutes. As you mosey on down, and when you get to you start to climb the hill that you saw it, you see pretty clearly there's a trail that leads from where you are off into the forest of just dead grass. And on the hillside, you see what looks to be the remains of a deer. It looks completely withered away, and around it, where it's lay, all the grass and plants have died. It's quite a grotesque sight. It stinks, and it's up to you. Do you want to investigate further? Do you want to do an investigation?
Oh
check?
yeah, I'll take
Yep.
a quick look at everything because that's weird. Investigations begins.
Okay.
12.
So, looking at the deer closer, it's got a stank to it. The first thing you notice is to the touch.
It's got a sting.
The first thing you notice is it's ice cold to the touch. It's really cold. Looking at it, you can see the antlers are fine as you would usually expect on the corpse of a deer, but it looks as if the eyes have kind of liquefied. The skin is kind of dried and withered away. The fur's all but gone. The hide, it's just gone in parts. Seems to be more affected by whatever it was than the other. But other than that, you don't get anything else.
The grass around it is just dead and
Dead,
everything.
yeah,
as
completely
well. Okay, right. Let's get out of this area. It smells. Okay, so yeah, I hop, skip, run back, and
Okay.
just let everyone know that
I guess-
it's the same thing.
Okay. I guess while you were going, we were just kind of picking up the count so that when
Yeah.
you came back, we could go quicker. I guess. Yeah.
Nice.
I
Okay.
get back and I'm like, ran really fast. Okay.
Could have turned yourself into a horse, couldn't you?
Why would I waste magic uses on something as trivial as a 15-minute run?
Oh,
Yeah, you wouldn't be out of breath.
Yeah, well, there's more important times to change. I'm not supposed to use this frivolously.
Okay. Fair enough.
So yes, it is whatever it is killing things. I found a deer corpse.
Oh.
Pretty gross. It looks like it's been sucked, like it's withered. Like it's whatever it is has sucked the energy and life out of it. It's very cold to touch. Smells really bad.
That does sound Wither-esque. Like,
Withering entities are becoming our specialities, right?
Yeah,
Sadly.
well, I mean, there was whatever it was like a creature made of light, though, because it was very bright white.
Bright light. What?
Bright white and light, and it left a trail of light as it was running. I don't know what that could be. I've never encountered anything like that before. So.
nothing the gnome book would have said, Dan?
Nope, nothing rings
No?
out.
Oh, not even him.
So, I mean, whatever it is lives in the forest, so look out for that, I guess, while we're going through.
Can I sort of lean into the horses and you guys, anything you've ever seen that fits that description?
The horses start to walk off with the carriage.
Okay. Someone needs to stop me.
I start to like jog along just to like climb myself up onto the.
Just
front
remember the
range.
history and stuff.
All
Okay.
right, yeah, I'll get in the carriage. Obviously, it's moving, but I'll just run and jump in.
I've reined them in so they've stopped moving. I had to
Oh,
jump up and
right.
climb onto the front. So the only thing that scares me about that revelation that you've seen is obviously we're gonna have to be in there.
And
when
whatever
starts
it
to get
is,
bright.
yeah, whatever it is in there as well.
At least we know not to be touched by them. If we ever encounter anything like that in there, we all make sure to not go near them. Is that clear?
Yeah, don't touch them.
Okay.
Agreed.
If we come across any hostile, enemies or whatever, we can fight them. If we do see that, I want everyone to just run. I don't want to risk anyone being, sucked energy-wise. I'd rather not have that on my hands. Is that clear?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's
Good.
not very. It's not very good for company insurance.
Exactly. There's no payout yet because we haven't got the funds for a payout. So I'm saying, I'd rather not lose another person. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay,
That's
so you guys.
totally not fine, but whatever.
So you guys begin and enter the Nesting Woods.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Nesting Woods, the road is well travelled, and you can see it's quite clearly paved and signed. There's even some places for lanterns along the way, in order to light it at night. You're travelling for about 4 or 5 hours without incident. The forest seems alive with animals. Could you give me a nature check, Ash?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Nature.
Okay.
That's 14.
So something you do notice, having lived in the forest for the majority of your life, is the animals seem very on edge and skittish. You're not seeing many of the larger animals, just small birds, and the smaller prey seem to be hyper alert.
Even
Of
more
what's
so
going on.
than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely get the feeling that they're expecting danger at any moment. So after about 4 or 5 hours, it's probably about 5 hours, you notice the trees on either side of you. Some of them have completely wilted and died. The barks, like the outer bark, seems to just be falling off them. The leaves leave a hole in the canopy where they've fallen off. It isn't every tree, but you start to see as you travel down this road more and more, the amount of these dead trees seems to be growing, until eventually, after a total of about 7 hours, you come across a downed tree across the road.
Well, whatever this is, we're getting close to its nest.
Oh, don't say that. Don't
I mean,
say that. Well,
I mean, we are though.
It's unlikely that we'll make it out of this forest today. We're gonna have
I mean, we need to. Is that
We
tree
need
blocking
to-
the path? Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very
We
large,
need
to-
thick tree.
We need to try and move it.
It's dead, completely dead.
I wonder how other people managed to get through here if that was the case. Or did other people manage to get through here?
I mean, yeah, is this recent? I mean, if it's dead, it could have been absorbed and then.
It could have been absorbed in an instant, yeah. But I'm just wondering how so many carts and people managed to get through here if this thing exists.
Can I travel sort of westward along the road and see if there's a way that we think we can get the horse and cart around?
Yeah. Do you want to do a perception check for me? Three.
Great.
So that's a nat one.
Wanted.
To you it seems quite thick. You're not sure how you're going to get a horse and cart through the foliage.
I mean, it looks like we're gonna have to try and lift the tree out of the way.
Or we could abandon the
Not.
cart and just go on horseback.
Do we have any rope?
Yes.
Give me a second. I want to think of something.
If not, I will stand here and Eldritch Blast it for however long I need to break it enough for us to go through.
Yeah.
If not, I mean, Ash, you're from a woods.
Well, I could turn into a bear, and you could tie some rope to me, and I could try and haul it out of the way.
Or you could turn into a horse. A bear would do, yeah.
I mean, a horse probably wouldn't be able to pull it, but a bear could.
Yeah.
I could try that.
Yeah, that's what best we've got.
Do we have rope? Does anyone
Make
have
sure.
rope?
I
Yeah.
said yes, but
I've-
I have.
Yeah,
some
actually
hemp rope.
check.
Yeah,
Oh,
hemp
God.
rope. I've got some.
All right, okay. So, I'm going to transform. You guys tie some rope around my midsection and then around the tree, and I'll see if I can yank it out of the way.
And when you transform, you definitely won't maul us, right?
No, I'm still me. I'm Compass Mentis.
Okay.
I do find it very strange at this point. I'm wrapping rope around a bear.
Okay, so
It's a very didn't think this would be on my list, but it's there.
it's a thing.
Pick that up, today I roped a bear.
All right, okay. So I'm going to wild shape, and you see me just transform into this big white forest bear.
Okay.
Mhm.
How big is it compared to me? In just so.
So say you're like the size of a human. She's like the size of a bear.
It's a bear.
Okay, right.
So it's probably about 6 to 7 feet, sort of thing.
Okay.
Grizzly.
Luckily, I've not been around a bear to notice the difference in size. Luckily.
Yeah, it's big bear.
Big old.
Big bear. Okay.
Big little bear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is very weird for Zeit to just. Be
Okay,
Like, this is
so
new.
just
Okay.
be
So
tying that rope. I can't talk anymore, so.
Yeah, I'm tying rope around.
yep, you managed to
Right.
tie rope around the bear and tie rope around part of the tree.
Yeah.
Go
Well,
for like one end, because
Yeah.
I feel like moving one end instead
Kind of
of
like
the middle
the
would
rooted
be-
end. Okay, yeah. So you managed to
Yeah.
tie the rope between both. Ash, would you like to make a strength check for me
Mhm.
as you try and haul it? It has to be from the bear's stats.
Bear's stats.
We should have all chipped
Strength.
in and done it as a rope pull thing.
all right, I'm gonna rope.
Yeah. Okay, so
is-
you'll do it with advantage then because you got help.
Okay, yeah, strength is +2 as well, so
Okay.
that's not too bad. So I'll just roll a d20 then.
Mhm.
It's
D20 plus
slash
2.
R d20 +2. Wow.
So it's okay. You can do that
Roll
again because
again.
you've got help. Yeah, you've got advantage.
Okay. Slash R
If it's a bloody 4
D20.
again.
+2.
15.
15.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you managed to slowly move the bulk of the tree out the way enough to get the carriage through.
Yay!
Nice
I'm-
work.
Still a bear.
Whatever.
I'm just there like,
As you guys celebrate, you hear a noise, something rustling through the bushes towards you.
Is it another bear?
I'm going to have to ask you all to roll initiative.
Oh, at least there's no tree.
I was to suggest how I've always wanted to ride a bear as well.
Oh my god, ride a bear into comp, that would be sick.
Beyond 20.
Initiative. Beyond.
Why did it just do that?
Oh, you wanted to send
Okay.
the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid
But no valid
was
token was
selected.
selected. I haven't
Oh,
selected
yeah.
my-
That's why.
You don't need
Okay.
to worry about that too much.
Okay, right. Well, so can we just say that I I mean, come on, can you just look at that initiative right there?
24. I mean, that was pretty. You are a bear. Heightened senses. You're fine.
18.
Okay. Just give me a
I
few.
mean,
Oh, 13. Rolled before, apparently. Oh, well,
24 is not bad though.
That's pretty good.
take that.
You're in your element. You're in the forest. You're a bear.
I'm a forest
on the-
bear.
You're on a roll. You're like super pumped because you moved this tree. You're like, yes! That's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, I'm a big old
Your
bear.
adrenaline's everywhere. You're just like super pumped.
But I have to attack with the bear attack because I'm a bear. So I've got to use all the.
I'm bear.
Because I am bear. I've got to use like the bear attacks, which is gonna be fun because.
I mean, it's a good thing you didn't. I'm so glad you didn't say, "Oh, turn into a horse now." Like, after everything you said.
So do you guys want to place yourselves where you are?
That's a big tree. We did so well.
I know, right?
It's a big tree, chunky tree.
Gonna say that I'm probably. Ooh, no.
Double hands.
Yeah, I've clocked myself.
Probably. Fuck. Next to the tree, still. There we go.
We'll be like, boom. I like that.
Okay, so
Actually, Hans, you can go.
what?
A little bit further.
Let's see these initiatives.
I feel like you wouldn't be that close to the horses, so like.
One second, please. This thing's giving me issues.
I was watching my mate play D&D, and they were just using pen and paper stuff and just Discord, and I was like, this seems so barbaric.
Oh.
I was like, how are they even doing anything? Like,
Okay, so Zite, your initiative is 11.
11, yes.
Hans
13.
and Ash 24.
24. 24.
Okay, I don't have the tokens, so I'm going to use my generic enemy tokens.
Yay.
So as you
Can
guys
you change the image of a token? Can you make a custom one?
yeah
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Can you just like make one of the enemies, like if it's a generic one, just have your face, just like.
yeah, sure.
Please.
I'll do it. Okay, so as you guys celebrate, you hear rustling through the trees. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, out of the bushes, you see two large wolves, very large in size.
Oh, like dire wolf size.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Very dire wolf size. They are also completely alight with flame.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, what?
They're basically ablaze. However, the flame itself is not your usual flame. It is a white flame with red embers just kind of spiraling off it. The embers don't seem to travel upwards. They just kind of move around in a miasma around the creatures. They are howling and shrieking in pain as they thunder onto the road.
What is this?
It's so small.
Oh my god! Like, this is probably worse than an actual token. Just seeing death staring you in the face.
Death.
Yep. The two run out together. You can see that they're extremely agitated and foamy at the mouth, and are just completely ablaze, knocking into each other and enraged. As soon as they lay eyes on you, they go for the attack.
Oh shit!
Ash, it's your move.
Okay, cool.
You're still a bear at this point.
I am a bear.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to go for well, I guess I'll fumble up to it. I imagine I go at half speed because I'm so much bigger.
Yeah, whatever speed the bear's stats is.
What is What is the bear's speed? It is 40 feet. Actually, it's faster than me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I can move 40 feet.
Yep.
So. Mm, 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 mm. I can go up. I can go up to like this one.
Yep.
Cool. And I'm going to multi-attack because I can do that.
Okay.
I'm going to swipe at it with one of my paws, and then
Yep.
I'm going to try and bite it.
All right. Do you want to make your rolls?
So I have to make these rolls kind of.
If you
On the
get
fly.
if you get the bear thing on D&D Beyond,
Mm-hmm.
you'll be able to roll with it.
Can I?
Yeah, the same as you would on your character sheet. So if you find the bear stats, which is probably something we'll.
I mean, I have it here in the monsters. View details page.
Have you got it on D&D
Oh,
Beyond?
yeah, here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Yes. So you should be able to roll.
So I'll roll a bite.
Okay.
Did it do one?
Yep.
Yay! And then I'll roll a claw.
Nice. Both hit. So
I see them.
Yeah, I can't see that either.
Yeah, for some reason it says just to the
yeah,
GM.
it's just rolling for it's just rolling to me for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's assuming you're a GM because you're rolling monster stats, so it's hiding it from the players.
Ah, right. Okay.
So yeah, you get a 15 and a 16. So you guys just see Ash just dart straight towards the flaming wolf. So you dig your teeth in. The first thing you notice is this wolf is ice cold. These flames there's no heat to them at all. As you bite in, dealing 5 piercing damage. Nice. It kind of reels back a little bit. It seems a bit shocked. It's almost like it's not entirely focused on what's going on. It's just kind of acting out of sheer panic. The claw comes down and cuts right across. It's whatever that part's called on a wolf, I suppose. Dealing 8 damage. Very nice.
Hackles?
Yep.
Okay.
A spray of blood across the floor from the wolf. Yep.
As a bonus action, I'm now going to like very fiercely roll in intimidation, if that's all right.
Yeah, do you want to roll an intimidation check?
Can I do that
Wait.
with this?
You
It's only
should be
got
able
basic stats. I don't have an
Well, it'll be your
intimidation.
charisma, whatever the charisma stat is.
Charisma stat. Okay, so this is not
So
good.
just roll your charisma. So 17.
17.
Yeah, I'll give that, considering it's in a completely panicked state. You actually managed to stick it into it's now feared, so it's going to try and move away from you in particular as much as it can. So its move. It just darts past you, so you get a attack of opportunity as it runs away from you.
Cool. I'll go for a swipe with the bear paw again.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is insane.
And that is
That's a crit.
And
Very nice. So you roar at the wolf. It just on fire, starts to run away from you. As it moves, double claw comes out, smacking right across its back. You see, you kind of rip some of the hide off of its flesh as it tries to run away from you, dealing 13 damage. Very nice.
Whoa.
Hey. Do you want
It
to
is-
just sit down, Hans? Like,
It is, however, still moving, and it moves directly towards Murdoch.
Oh no, not the horses!
shit.
And goes for a bite. It manages to bite into Murdoch's leg, dealing 9 piercing damage. Murdoch's
no.
still standing.
oh shit.
Hands you up.
Immediately go for the one attacking Murdoch.
He's gonna save the
Surprise.
horses.
It's his life work.
Save the horses! Oh, he's gonna become one of those types. One of those. What are they called?
Horse whisperers.
No. Those activists. He's gonna be a horse activist.
Okay, so you head towards the wolf.
Yeah, pulling out Lurkbane.
Mhm.
I'm gonna. Oh, man, hang on. I'm going to channel divinity as a bow.
Okay.
And put my vow of enmity on this one.
Which one's that? Sorry, I didn't see it.
So vow of enmity. So as a
No,
bonus action, I can channel divinity, choose a creature within 10 feet, and gain advantage on attack rolls for 1 minute.
Nice. Okay, go for it.
And then I'm going to use my attack with Alert Bane to do 11.
11 versus AC. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get it. The wolf is kind of like all over the show, so it's hard to get a read on, and you just hit the ground sadly. Wait, you get an advantage. Oh yeah, because you got 7. Yeah. So unfortunately, you don't get a hit. With that, Zeit, you're up.
Oh, okay. Okay. let me. How tall is this tree? Like this one here.
It's big. It's a big tree. It's probably too big there on the picture, if I'm being honest. But it's probably about 10 foot.
Are you gonna climb it?
Off the ground, yeah.
I wanted to. It'd take an action to climb it, wouldn't it?
No, it would be considered.
Movement, right?
It'll be 20 feet of your movement to climb up it.
Could do that.
Could do that.
Could do it.
Stay there. I'm on it there.
So
right?
you've got 30 feet movement, right?
Yeah, and that was 50. Might not be able to.
So if you're from here,
You were
there, yeah, you were there. So
Yeah, it's 15. So I could get on the tip.
you could get to here, but you won't be able to climb to the top in this turn, sadly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just do the old usual, I think.
Okay, doke.
Seeing as gonna say, actually, I'm gonna move back a little bit though, so just in case the wolf is a little nasty. Gonna attack this one here
Okay.
with the old Fateful. That's all right. Gonna go Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Boom. 24.
24.
Nice.
Yep, that hits. So the
6
Eldritch Blast
damage.
just echoes across the. You hear it, just kind of the sound of it, just spread out throughout the forest, as it hits the wolf directly in the face, dealing 6 damage. Very nice.
Thank you.
The energy of the attack just seems to almost get lost in the blaze. But yeah, you definitely hit it.
Nice.
With that, it is that wolf's turn.
No, of course.
And-
That's why I moved away.
The wolf just darts
Still
straight
getting-
towards the giant bear,
Oh.
and goes for a bite. That's 11 versus AC.
And AC is 11, so
That's
it
a hit.
hits.
And that's 9 piercing damage. It sinks its teeth into your
Ooh.
front leg. Yeah, dealing 9 damage.
Ouch.
Okay, with that, Ash, you're up. Top of the round.
Cool. I didn't like that, so I'm gonna hurt this thing. Yeah, let's go for that nice bite and then claw combo. 14 and then 9.
So the 14 hits. So the bite comes in again. It's almost too cold to bite into. It feels awful to do. But yeah, you managed
Don't
to
help with that.
Managed-
Sense
you managed to deal 3 piercing damage. To the wolf. The claws unfortunately miss. It just manages to move out the way as you bite into it and thrash around with your paw.
Cool.
With that, it is this direwolf's turn, and it is going to continue chowing down on the leg.
Can I use my protection reaction?
You can, yeah. You change its 21 to AC to a nat 1. The shield
Nice.
comes down, bonk, and I'll allow you to roll a d6 for damage. Because you got that nat 1.
Nice.
Protection on the horse.
3.
You're dealing 3 damage to it as you dig into it with your shield. Um,
I've got your horse.
you kind of just
Got your
bash
bam.
its face, so it's no longer biting into Murdoch's leg. And with that, Hans, it's your go.
As a bonus action, I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite,
Okay.
which is a new spell that I've equipped.
Okay.
In my long rest. So, yeah, cast Thunderous Smite, and then so that means that if I hit, then I get the bonus of this. So,
Okay, cool.
So now I'm going to attack it with Alert Bane with advantage.
Yep.
I did 2 then. 13.
Yeah. So 13, unfortunately, that's like misses. And it just manages to dart out the way of you again. Just misses, sadly. Zite, you're up.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to get Bane.
I feel like Hans has got that one covered. So I am still gonna attack this one. However, I'm gonna use another cantrip here. Something different.
Go for it.
I'm gonna use
Time to
Fireball. Or Firebolt, I should
Firebolt.
say.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
So, new cantrip. Trying it out. It's
Ooh,
not new. I've had it for
Firebolt.
ages of just like Eldritch Blast. But I thought
Firebolt is
cold.
good.
If it's cold, fire damage might be really good. So, no, it's not.
So sadly, that's an 8. The Firebolt just you're not used to it, so it just kind of
It's a different hand gesture. I'm
fire off in the distance, missing completely. Sadly, that direwolf does continue its attack on Ash. Unfortunately, it gets a nat 1.
Oh my god, yes.
And is during its thrashing around, actually manages to slip up and knock itself over, so it's considered prone at the moment.
Oh my god. Nice.
I don't. Why wouldn't you have it?
Down? I feel like I'm not bringing anything.
Ash, you're up.
Delegating. It's fine.
All right, cool. I'm gonna go in for a bite and claw combo. And we've got a 22 and a 23.
Oh, yep. Okay,
Ooh.
so both of them hit. You go in with the bite and the claw. You tear flesh with your teeth. It's not a nice taste. And the claw just rakes across its pelt. You see a lot of blood just start to spill out from the side. So that's a total of 10 damage. Very nice. The thing's not looking too healthy. But then again, it never was. It's on fire.
Are they? Obviously, we won't know. Are they actually taking damage from that fire?
You don't know. The direwolf turns its gaze from Murdoch to Hans. Goes in with a 19 versus AC.
Hits me. Take it.
So that hits you for it goes at you basically tooth and claw, just right at you in a panicked frenzy. Deals 7 piercing damage as its teeth. Just managed to find a way around your armor. Hans, you up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to cast as bonus action. Let me just confirm that I can do this as a bonus action. I can. Yeah, I can. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the one that I'm attacking.
Okay. So you'll get an initial D6 when you hit it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'm going to attack it. Please, with advantage, allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Hey.
Bam. Okay. So that's a 20. That hits definitely. You manage to slice down into it, dealing your 4 thunder damage from your thunderous smite.
Well, 2d6. Let me just check.
Yeah, it rolls it for you when you cast it up there.
Oh, did it? Okay, cool. Should I cast it again, or did we take that cast from earlier?
Well, we'll cast it again. Actually, it's a new turn. So.
Let me just confirm it is. I'm pretty sure it's.
Yeah, it's 2d6 plus 1. It seems. Oh, it's 2d6. Yeah.
2d6. So 2d6.
Yep.
But it also knocks it back 10 feet away and
Okay.
goes pro.
Okay, nice.
It fails a strength.
Okay. So you deal. Yep.
So it has to roll a strength as well.
Do you want to roll?
And
Do
we need-
you want a third
Should I roll
d6?
3d6?
Yeah.
I nearly rolled 23 d6. 8.
Okay, so the sword comes down. You manage you take a moment to focus with your hunter's mark, and you zone in on the frantic wolf. The sword comes down, shink, it right down through its shoulder and out its chest. An electrical surge travels down the sword and catapults it from the blade out this way, and it rolls onto the ground, dead.
Nice.
With
Very
that,
nice.
I just throw a little sideways glance at Murdoch.
You get a bit of an eye roll. With that, Zeit, you're up.
Firebolt.
Yep, go for it.
And this dude, please hit.
So that's
Come
a
on.
12, so unfortunately that's another miss. You're still getting used to it.
Still prone.
It's closer. You're zeroing in. You're zeroing
it's
in.
prone. Do I not get an advantage?
You'd actually get a disadvantage because it's on the
Because
floor.
it's ranged.
So yeah, you get disadvantage when it's ranged when it's on the floor.
That's upsetting.
It picks
Close.
itself up. It's no longer prone. And goes again for the bite. It gets on that one. So it falls over, picks itself up, it goes, oh, and then just falls over on the other side again. It is still writhing in pain. And Ash, you're up.
All right. Yeah. Let's keep slashing at this boy. Yeah. There we go. A 14 and a 24.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's a nat
14
20.
and a nat 20. So while it's on the floor, you dive on in with tooth and claw out, completely mauling the thing, dealing a total of 19 damage. You completely eradicate it. You disembowel it completely, and it is just dead. What you do notice on both accounts is as soon as the creature died, that flame went out.
Cool. Can I roar in victory?
You may.
Yes.
Well, you're not gonna.
Go on.
Go on. Gotta do it now.
Not a real
Yeah,
one.
so you gotta do it.
I can't do a roll. Hang on. Wait. Here
Katy
it comes.
Perry would be pissed.
Wait.
I'm ready.
If you fart now.
Roar.
Do the more. Nice. Good job, guys. You managed to defeat the.
What this fight has
blazed.
actually told me was that deer that Ash found was indeed on fire. It didn't absorb the deer.
And then
it was the
what
deer.
I've noted as well is from the prophecy, the line, the Lord met the cripple with fire and torment. They were definitely tormented and they were definitely on fire.
But were they crippled though?
No, so I don't think that necessarily means the wolves, but the fire and the torment could relate to this power.
True, that's good. Well done, team. This is great.
And in that time, I like sink back out of bareness, and I'm back to being the little bunny girl.
Can I just, in like, bravo, being that bear?
Ash is just covered in blood.
I'm looking at the wolf carcass like.
Yeah. Is everyone okay? Whew.
Yes, just remind me not to piss you off when you.
Oh yeah, sorry. I got away with myself there.
I take out my canteen. I'm like, do you want a drink?
Yes, thank you. She's like spitting out bits of bear. Not bear, bits of wolf. But just.
Even though we're out of combat, am I able to use my lay on hands pool?
Yeah.
Can I use it on Murd?
You
Can we
may.
heal the horse?
You're gonna heal the 8 damage.
Yeah.
Is he
Okay.
gonna let you
If he lets
do
me.
it though?
That's a good point. Do you want to make an animal handling check as you try?
So sorry.
14?
You manage to not
I'm
book.
telling you what
You
I'm
manage to
doing.
not book the Bronco.
I can make your leg feel better here, guy.
As you do it, he kind of looks down, like unassuredly, as you touch him.
The disgust.
A light fills from out your hands and into the leg of Murdoch, and the wound is healed completely. See him kind of give a glance to the other horse. Yeah.
I'm not reacting. I'm just walking away.
Play it cool.
Like helping horses is like
Playing it cool. Playing it cool. Be cool. Be cool.
just happen.
Can we inspect these direwolves?
Before we do that, I need a Constitution saving throw from Hans and Ash.
I
Or
took damage, so that's fun. Let
The
me
joys of being a ranged person.
Constitution saving. Bop.
A
9.
9 or 4.
can I click everything? 6. Anyway.
There you go. Okay. So 6 and a 9. Okay, cool. Thanks.
God.
Nice. So you guys have managed to defeat the direwolves.
I'm not up it.
You
I
want to roll?
I'm not happy anymore.
Do you want to roll a? Who is it who's investigating the wolves? Is it? Right.
I'll
Okay,
do
go for
that.
it.
Yeah.
It's up to you if you want to do an investigation or a nature check.
Do an investigation because I got +2 on that.
Okay.
Oh well, that didn't help.
They're very dead. One of them's been
Nice,
disemboweled.
Just wanted to make sure it's fine.
One of them's been disemboweled, perhaps by a bear.
Ooh. Now, where have I seen a bear?
Zai, it may interest you to know that as much as I didn't enjoy it, when I was biting them, they were like really ice cold.
Ice cold.
Yeah, like they tasted like frozen.
Froyo.
Seems odd.
It was like biting into a frozen carcass that you'd found in the snow. Like that was what it felt like. It wasn't pleasant. I don't know what.
If they were already cold, then it would, to me, seem like they were already dead. But that didn't seem like it.
They didn't seem alive. They seemed to be in terrible, terrible pain.
They certainly were
I mean,
in torment, without a doubt. They were in pain.
I know we're a great team and we're incredibly powerful, but they were both huge direwolves, and it does seem a bit odd that we did take them down rather quickly.
Well, if you go to the thunderous smite hunter's mark combination that I used there, you probably wouldn't be surprised to learn that a direwolf was blasted into oblivion.
I mean, I have fought a direwolf before, and it did take a lot, unlike these two. But mind you, that direwolf was already like zombified. It was very weird. It was a very weird time.
That sounds
Dan
interesting.
remembers.
Yeah.
That was
You
interesting.
should. Little flashback. I knew you like that.
I mean,
So, it just seems to me like if that flame was already absorbing them, they were close to death. If that's why they felt so cold, maybe it's just me rattling off ideas, but it
could
just seems
be. Could have been some kind of curse as well. We don't know.
exactly. But you touched it when it was on fire. Well, you both did. Are you okay?
Well, it didn't spread to me as far as I can tell.
I feel a bit off, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
I mean, I can't tell if it's infected me. I mean, my mouth is full of wolf, which is kind of gross, but...
Maybe some of the drink X will take the flavor away.
just wash away my sorrows.
Just a little bit of a shot, yeah, just like a shot to like
just
down the mouth.
just drown myself in misery.
So what do you guys want to do?
I think we should push on as far as we can out of this forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
From
So
what you guys saw last night, I suspect this is only going to get worse at nightfall.
Well, I definitely agree with Zite, though. There's something infecting these animals. The thing that was moving in the distance that I saw on last night is definitely a deer that was infected by this curse or disease or spell. I don't know.
Yes, we should certainly move on. The
As
sooner
long as we're both okay, we will continue.
Yeah,
only
I'm fine. I mean, I'd like to find a water source so I could clean off some blood.
That's the point, yeah. Hopefully we can find one as we travel a bit further in, maybe?
Hopefully. If not, I can always wait until we're out of the woods.
okay. So you guys climb back aboard the carriage and begin traveling along the road. The road winds now. It begins to get quite difficult. You're not so sure which direction you're facing as it's winding down and around. You see it branch off in a few places. As you travel forwards, you see it branch off to the left, but carries on forwards. After a good few hours, you're traveling for most of the day. The sun does begin to set, and you feel the darkness of the forest encroach around. It's up to you guys what you want to do. It's about that time you make camp.
Do we think it's safe to make camp, or should we try and just move forward and try and push through the night?
Probably worth mentioning, as you guys have been traveling, you are seeing way more of these dead foliage and trees and of the like.
What do you think, Zai?
A little part of me wants to continue, but I think if we were to encounter something later on when we're all tired, I think it would do us more harm than good. So I think probably finding a safe place to sleep in the woods tonight is probably the better choice. Sadly, it's not one I want to actually make.
I'll go with that.
That's a good point. Maybe we can find a small clearing that we can...
Yeah, something defensible.
I mean, we did see some, side roads kind of.
That's true. I mean, if worst came to worst, we could all hole up in the carriage and lock it up and hope that nothing happens from there.
The only downside is the horse.
That's true, the horses, yeah. We could lose the horses if we do that.
And then we'd be definitely stranded in here. Well, we'd still be able to walk after light, but...
It would take us longer to get out of here as well. Yeah, let's find a clearing. Let's see if we can backtrack and find somewhere.
So you just try and find somewhere off the road.
Yeah.
Do you still want to be inside the road? Do you want to be able to see the road? Or...
yeah.
We don't want to be too far away from the road.
Okay.
Well, I want to make sure that, obviously, what Hans told us about these elves wandering about, I'd rather still be vigilant of the road to see if there's any patrols or anything.
Sounds good. Okay. So you guys managed to set up a crystalline campfire, the usual setup?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okie doke. As you guys settle in for the night, what order are we doing our watch?
Watch again.
I can take the first watch if you want.
Are you okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Hans, you take second?
All right.
I'll take third.
Nice.
Obviously, if there's any danger, just shout. Danger.
I will do a hand and shout alert.
Yeah.
That's the first word that came.
Alert.
Okay, so
Alarm.
so you two settle in the carriage, yeah? And Ash, you find a nice stump to sit on, and watching over the road, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also like in the general surrounding.
So
Wait, you're on my side.
Nighttime.
You're on every side.
Oh,
On my heart.
Nighttime
guys, I
comes.
can hear you from over here.
Sorry.
Nighttime comes and darkness takes the forest. Shall we have a brief break for drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Oh,
I'll see if I can find a new niece to present to you if she's not gone to bed.
yes.
Right then.
We are doing le camping.
You're doing the
Oh,
camp.
camp.
So Ash, you're keeping watch.
Doing the work camp.
You sun's the sun's pretty much down now. Zeit and Hans, you just managed to get into the carriage. when Ash, you notice someone approaching the camp with his hands
snap.
up. His hands are up, and he's just looking down, looking at you like, I mean, you no harm. I was wondering if I could just have a word. He's a kind of quite a scrawny guy. You can see he's in kind of leather armor. There's a bow on his back. He's ginger hair, freckles. A human.
Okay, so have they just gone inside?
Yeah, they've literally just got in the carriage, really. You guys are still awake.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna... Guys? Are you still awake?
Yeah, sorry. Zeit's here hugging the
Can you come out for a second?
Yeah.
We
have a
both stick
visitor.
our head out like a.
Yeah. You just see it. You see the same sight. The guy. Yeah. It's just out of range. Just out of range of like the light from the campfire. You can just kind of see him vaguely.
What can I do for you, stranger?
I'm just here to warn you that what you're doing is suicidal, and that you should probably hide better.
And what would you be doing?
May I? We're hiding. That's
We?
yes.
Where are you?
I'm here. What? We're hiding it off further from the road. We still have eyes on, but if you could put out the fire, it would be very useful. At least while we talk.
Yes. Okay. Right. I'll just.
Okay. I mean no harm. I'm not here to harm anyone. I'm not a burglar or a highwayman.
Don't.
My name is Rupert. I'm from the Stave. I'm a soldier from the Stave. A ranger.
Oh, the stave. It's far.
Stave. Yes, not well, a day's ride.
Well, it's a day's ride.
So Hans, you immediately notice he has King's Garb on. He looks to be a soldier of some kind, definitely. He definitely looks the part that he's saying he is.
So yeah, I blow out the campfire.
Mm-hmm.
It's done.
Good, thank you.
Can you shed some light on what's going on?
Yes, I can. If we could just... there's something in the forest that needs... it will kill you if it sees you, so if we could just get you guys somewhere safe, you can come with me to our encampment.
What about our carriage?
You'll have to leave the carriage, but you can bring the horses. Yes.
Okay.
If everyone understand it's a strange request, but you've wandered into a bit of a dangerous situation without realizing, and we just want to make sure we don't see you guys.
Of course. What do you guys think?
I say we go with them.
I mean, we are risking walking into a trap.
Exactly.
What's your business in this woods?
I'm a man of the Stave. We've been positioned here to watch over the through fair and to keep an eye on the elves in the area.
What?
I don't see why not, but
time is of the essence. I hate to
we can take
push.
The horses, I think.
Good.
We
Yes.
can take the horses.
Yeah, we'll take the horses. We'll go. But if any funny business, and we will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No. Feel free. Point your arrow at me should you wish. But I assure you, I'm perfectly all above board, and
How will we be able to find our carriage again?
It will still be here. In the morning. Come morning.
Okay. Right.
We'll go
Good.
then.
Good.
Hans, come.
You see him
Take
kind of
your
looking
fire.
towards the road, like. Yes. Okay.
So I'm
Good.
looking at the road. Oh my
yeah.
God, okay.
Follow me. Single file. Keep low, quiet, if you could. Thank you.
Okay.
Could you all roll stealth checks for me?
Oh jeez.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh Jesus.
this is not nice, but
Nope.
15.
Point
Very nice.
13.
Oh, right, hang on.
This is a nat 1, I swear.
He's got a disadvantage as well.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming. Wait.
I don't want to
Oh,
look.
please be in that 20.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Wait. Okay, here it comes. Here it comes.
Slowly but surely.
Oh.
7. Okay.
Not bad with a -1.
You guys keep low and you follow the stranger deeper into the woods. You see he kind of comes towards a bit of a cliff face, not even a cliff, it's just a large hill, but it's quite straight. I don't know how to describe it. It's more muddy than it is rocky, and you can see some of the tree roots like poking out of it. And inside you see a hole where you can just see a light on the inside there. As you guys enter this small den, it's very small. You can see it's very hastily put together. You see a taller gentleman, kind of bow in hand, be like, "Come on, get in." And as you enter, you see one more man who's like on a bed, seems injured of some kind. And you guys all enter. You can see there's a little place where a campfire has a little pot over it. You can see the cups where they've obviously been drinking some tea of some kind. Good. Right. Hello. Formal introductions. My name's Rupert.
So, hi.
Very unfortunate situation you managed to find yourself in. Rupert Robbins' a name. I'm the leader of this band of men. We once were 10 in number. Now only 3 remain.
This is a play on Robin Hood, I swear.
Rupert Rabbit.
I wouldn't be so derivative. It's just a cool name.
I like Rupert Rabbit.
We've met Rupert and Murdoch in one evening, so we've got a new...
That's true.
Rupert Murdoch. Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to make a political stance this episode. It's fine. This is Trump. You can see he's injured here. He's injured himself. Anyway. May I inquire as to what you're doing here in the woods, traveling through, I assume?
Yes, we're heading north.
As quickly as we can.
Deal with the dark threat that seems to haunt these lands.
We've definitely come to the right place for that one.
What can you tell us?
Something arrived in the woods just over a week ago. Came in from the north and started slowly traveling through the woods. Something horrid and intangible. We haven't been able to deal with it at all. Conventional weapons aren't making a dent on them.
But you come across it. What is it?
They are a group of creatures, some spirit forms maybe. We're not too sure. We're not too versed on the supernatural sides of combat, but we do know that we haven't been able to touch them. They spread a flame that clings onto living creatures and burns their souls away.
And what form do they take?
They're strange. They look like men, but some of them are very tall. We've seen very large men, some dwarfs, but they are all shimmering and not quite... It's hard to focus on them, you see. We thought maybe some kind of spectre, but again, we've not been able to use silvered blades against them, so that doesn't seem to be the case.
Any magic?
We have no magic users, but we've learned best to keep low and quiet and wait for daytime when they're less active. They march the road, hauling things, moving.
Hauling.
Yes, they're moving some equipment of some kind, but the equipment itself is just as intangible as they are. We haven't been able to peer in, but some of them are carrying boxes and barrels and carts of equipment. They're just
Are they using horses?
no, I haven't seen any horses. They've been using these poor other people. I don't really understand what they're doing. They have a lot of people to chain up and move single file through the woods, marching them around, but
like slaves.
it seems to be the case. But again, they're just as intangible. We haven't been able to communicate with any of them. They're in a haze. But should any of
The
the
enraptured. What do you think, Zaid? Ash?
if you know something, I'd much appreciate to be let in on it.
We know of a prophecy that states of, well, as it goes, horses and carts untouchable, pulled forth by the enraptured. If you've got carts being pulled by people that can't be touched or dealt with by conventional weapons, it potentially fits the bill.
It certainly seems to.
The prophecy also states that you should flee at the sight of them.
Well, that's something we've definitely learned the hard way. Choky here managed to get licked by one of the flames. We're trying to get, as ridiculous as it sounds, heading back out of the forest on foot isn't much of an option, especially with him as injured as he is. We're headed towards Needle's Point to see the High Elves, and hopefully they know something more of what's going on. Maybe they could help him.
Point.
Yeah, the needles of the Crystal Woods. They've been stationed here. We've been keeping an eye on them for a while. We can't say we've been getting along, but I'm assuming in a crisis they'll be able to help us out.
This is important. What is the Needle's Point? Is this a group of people?
It's the elves.
The Needles are the rangers of the High Elves, but Needles Point is a camp that they've positioned up towards one of the cliffs. It's further in the forest. We're headed there to help Choky out, hoping that they know how to deal with this flame.
They do. The prophecy also mentions the Needle's Point. It says that you should trust the Needle's Point.
Where's this prophecy coming from, if you don't mind me asking?
There are bone druids.
It's on a need-to-know basis, Hans. It's fine, but we will go to the Needle's Point. I feel like they may help us in this.
Well, we're hoping to make a move tonight. If you would wish to come along with us, appreciate the help.
Yes.
Good.
Can I whisper to Hans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's huddle.
I'd like you to keep the prophecy on the down low.
Yes, but they're coming out with.
Yeah, but I'd rather you not spout the whole prophecy to random people that we've just met.
I'm not. I'm spinning out the people.
You clearly are, Hans.
They are mentioning pieces of the prophecy. The only pieces I am mentioning are the ones that they are marrying up to.
Yeah, but if you keep on mentioning other parts, they're going to ask questions like they just clearly did. We need to keep this prophecy between us for now until we know we can trust them. Is that clear, Hans?
We can trust them.
I make the call here, Hans. Are you... That's enough for now. We'll talk about this later.
Very well.
Thank you. Continue.
You two okay over there?
Yeah, fine. We're just coming up with an idea on how to safely get to this Needle's Point. But if you're willing to take us there, then we'll also come with you and protect you along the way if you need some assistance. Some of us know magic, so maybe that can help a little bit more than swords and arrows.
Glad to hear it. The only issue that we have is we essentially need to cross through the glade. However, we've seen quite a lot of them in that area, so we're going to have to try and sneak on by or run on by. There are two options. They're fast, and should they see you, they will come for you.
How many of your people had you lost?
7 so far. I hope not to make it a 8th. But
What's his symptoms? How is he doing?
it's a strange light, a glimmer that's travelling up from a wound he received from one of them. It's like a flame that's slowly spreading throughout his body. It's growing by day. He's had it for 2 days now. We had one of our men. He had it for about 5 days. The pain drove him insane and suddenly burst into flame and ran out into the woods. We haven't seen him since.
Ash, can I help with you?
That sounds familiar to me. Yes.
We're on a
We were
ticking clock, so
touched by this flame, the very same flame that appears to be afflicting this man, and if he's telling the truth, has killed some of his brethren. We need to trust the Needle's Point. If they believe that the elves might be able to help us, then that might be something worth looking at, but we have both been touched by this flame. We should not forget this.
It's true. And so far, I haven't felt any effects.
Nor me.
But I mean,
Well, we can't chance it.
yeah. Okay. Well, we need to go there then, and hopefully, if we have got any of the afflictions.
It took 5 days to kill one of their brethren in agonizing pain. Apologies, good sir. We're deliberating on a number of factors that we've come into contact with that meet certain things that you've seen.
I understand, but we are on a bit of a ticking clock right now.
Right. We'll follow your plan, and we'll go to Needle's Point with you.
We should move to the glade as quickly as possible.
Yes, they'll get more active as the night draws on, so the quicker we move.
Yes, so it's best to move now if everyone is ready.
We'll be moving back past your carriage, so if there's anything you need to gather from there and bring it with us, you'll have the opportunity. The horses we can keep. If we can keep them quiet anyway. We should be able to
I would like
pass
to
through.
pick up something in the carriage.
Okay.
I think that would be
no problem.
Wise.
Yeah. Okay. This is Choki. He's our longbowman. The tall fellow you passed down is Gillard. He's our spearman. There were more, obviously.
Sorry to meet you all in such dire circumstances.
I'm glad to see some friendly faces. Let's get a move on then. With that, he starts to move out. He heads over to Choki and kind of ushers up. You see Choki's kind of cradling his arm, and you can see now like where the flesh has been kind of cut open. You can also see this shimmer of light travels down his arm and up underneath his clothes. And you can see he's visibly very uncomfortable, like in a lot of distress with it.
Can I just look at the area of me that was hit by the wolf? Can I do a check?
Yeah, if you want, what type of check? Medicine check or medicine check?
Probably a medicine, yeah.
Can I do an investigation?
No, you're looking at a wound.
I'll do medicine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see it's...
Just double check this.
You've not seen... you don't really see anything particular, just a fresh wound.
I'm wondering if it might be I'm wondering if it might be worth me checking where I got hit.
Yeah.
But if you're fine, then I think I should be fine, right?
Yeah.
I
agree.
The 3 men have kind of left the hole now and seem to be like positioned outside.
All right, I'll quickly check then. Oh, I've got 22.
Oh.
22. You don't notice anything particular visually, but feeling it does feel a little cold to the touch.
I'll have to keep an eye on it. I don't say anything to anyone though. I'll just say, yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
You're good?
It's fine.
Maybe check it on a daily basis. Let's see if
Yeah.
So
I think you should as well.
Everyone be quiet.
Sorry.
We got tall guy.
Tall guy.
Yeah. Just wait for him to pass and we'll make our move. You guys look down. You see on the road a very tall man wearing seems to be quite a nice looking tunic. He's kind of difficult to see. He kind of shimmers and flicks in and out a little bit. Behind him, you see he's dragging a large chain, and as he continues walking, a line of probably about 20 people, all chained together, hands and feet shackled, marching slowly behind him as he just drags them along the path. You can see he's taking these massive long steps, and they're kind of tripping over themselves, hurrying to keep up with the guy.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
Specifically, I'm looking at the tall guy and anything I can glean from him, but also the people in shackles to see if it's anyone I recognise.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Perception 20.
Nice.
So the tall guy, you can see, is walking kind of strange. His arms are normally proportioned, but his legs are abnormally long. He wears quite a fine looking hat, which is also quite tall, and his tunic it's quite hard to tell from this distance, but it looks like it's quite finely made. The people he carries along aren't nearly as nicely dressed. They're dressed in an assortment of clothes. They look like peasant folk to you. There's no one there that you recognise, not that you can tell from this distance anyway.
Okay.
You guys wait for about 10 minutes before you see the last guy kind of move out of sight. Okay. Let's make our move.
Okay.
You guys crouch down and start to move back towards the carriage. There you can see the carriage is fine. Who's carrying which horse? Is anyone leading the horses?
Do you want me to lead both the horses?
I think you're probably better.
So you got both reins and they're kind of walking side by side.
I'll lead the horses with me.
You come back to your carriage.
Can I grab the X-Ale or whatever it was?
You can grab the X-Ale.
I have it's there as a last resort. I have an idea. So
okay.
Can I pop that barrel on the back of not Murdoch, the other one?
Yeah.
Murdoch got bit, so he's
Sal.
obviously going to turn Sal, because Murdoch also got bit, if you both remember, and he could also turn. So we've lost
That's true.
Murdoch if we don't cure this, along with you both. So we need to. Yeah.
All right. After gathering the X-Ale, you come across the road, and crossing it, you can just see off in the distance a white light. Now at this point, looking up towards the canopy, you see what looks to be like a flickering of the same white, like of that white light that you saw. That kind of flame is just kind of up in the canopy. Little flickers of it seem to be spreading around you. It's almost like the stars in the canopy as kind of these embers flicker away. Carrying on walking. Perception checks from everyone, please.
Do you want passive or do you want
21?
We'll go with a full, proper perception. 21, nice.
Nat 22 times.
Double nat 20.
Or I've got 20/20 vision. That's what I've got.
Very nice.
For once in my life.
Mine didn't roll.
17. You got 21.
That's 21.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of tiptoeing through the bushes, you all hear a running, and you hear what seems to be the sounds of swords clashing, heading vaguely from the left, coming in your direction. You hear it quite a distance away. The stavesmen seem to be a little bit oblivious to this.
Do
Okay.
you guys hear that?
Yeah.
should run.
We should move.
You can hear
We
kind of
should
like
move
a
quick.
rumbling as well now as it gets closer.
We should
Okay,
move.
we tell the men that we can hear some stuff. Like seems like combat heading towards us. So we should either move a bit quicker forward or at least hide.
Yeah.
It's probably the best bet.
See Rupert kind of looks out and says, hide it is. You can see he kind of hears it now. Rocks, find a rock, hide behind rocks. As they kind of spread out. He kind of says to his men,
Is this like a
We've
Hobbit
got-
and like...
yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He turns around and says to me, we've got razors, come on, let's move. And
Excuse me?
it seems like they're pretty well versed on what's about to happen and head towards the nearest solid surface to hide behind. So, what do you guys want to do?
Run
same.
for the
Follow
nearest
suit?
boulder.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
get horses behind such things as well.
Probably not. You have to figure out if there's anything you want to do.
A solid surface, did you say?
Do you all want to give me a quick check, perception check, to see if you can see anywhere you can put them?
Yep.
21.
21.
Right.
Okay. Hans, you see that there is a ditch of some kind, there's a ditch you could probably put them in. But
I go to the horses and I'm like, I know we don't get on, but if you want to live, get in the ditch. Just-
persuasion check.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's sickening me. 25.
25.
Oh my god. Yes.
Murdoch kind of looks at you and goes, "Come on," and then they both follow you and get in the ditch.
I'll get in there with them.
You're getting in the ditch, okay?
Alright, I'm gonna find a boulder to hide behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll do the same.
So after a little while, that noise gets louder and louder, and a stampede of what looks to be elk of some kind, all engulfed in flame. This white flame. They begin running straight past you. You hear the clashing of metal, like slicing of swords, as their antlers are made completely of blades by the looks of it.
These are
They're just slicing into trees, and you see some of these dead trees just falling over as they slice into each other. You see they're spreading blood everywhere, and you see the sparks as one of the antlers just hits the rock right next to you and just sparks out. They're just cutting up
goggles
everything. Yeah, they're just cutting everything up. You see bushes just being completely sliced to the ground. Some of the razor elk fall over as they've been sliced open themselves by the stampede, and they just and run on by. Hans, you actually see them jumping over the ditch. So you see quite a lot of these white flashes and get covered in a little bit of a substantial amount of razor elk blood. After a short amount of time, it's pretty clear that the stampede's passed.
So now we know what happened to that tree.
Nice catch,
I
you
was
lot.
gonna say.
Nice catch.
It's okay.
Everybody okay? Everyone good?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah.
We should probably move.
Razor elk.
quick.
They're not usually so wound up, but the spirit flame seems to aggravate wildlife, as you can
said
imagine.
Spirit flame.
That's what we've taken to call it, I think. It's just to name one of the other ones. He's gone now, made up for it. But yes, it's a flame that travels along living creatures. So I don't know. He was a bit of a poet. What can we say? Shall we move on? Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Ho-
If everyone's
horse-
okay, we can move.
Good.
Hans,
Yes.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Ash,
Horses, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
you good?
It's like we were.
Then you spoke to us.
Okay, yep, carrying on. Move. And now at this point, you see that white light in the canopy above. You see it's spreading. It's like it's finding trees that are still alive, and then begins to spread down them, down the bark, and then onto any of the plants. You see, it's like you see that you're being led by Rupert along trails of like plants that are already dead, and knowing that the flame doesn't seem to spread to them.
That is clever.
it takes you guys a good while longer before you see what looks to be like a fairly old fort in the woods. It's a bit dilapidated, and it's gone to shit a little bit. You can see from a distance what looks to be a smearing of blood on the stone. Rupert turns to you and says, "That was our old glade posting. A situation happened we don't really want to talk about. Maybe we could just get past as quickly as possible."
Of course.
It's fine.
This is where you lost some of your men.
It's a initial attack, yes. Let's keep moving.
Very well.
Yeah, you're traveling throughout the night. It takes you. You've probably been walking for about 3 hours when you come across what you feel to be one of the mountains that the forest climbs up. You're headed on quite the incline. That begins to turn to a rocky surface, and Rupert brings you along the cliff face until eventually you see you kind of winding up what seems to be some roughly hewn stairs into the cliff face itself. As you guys are walking, perception check, everyone.
We'd be looking at
You guys are perceiving everything, so it's
16.
11.
fine. Okay. So, what do you get? 25. Okay, Hans. You notice, you hear the knocking of a bow, of an arrow. You hear it. From somewhere above.
Hands up.
Everyone's just still kind of walking with the horses in tow.
Okay, I'm just going to stop and I'm going to... Hands?
Everyone. The elves watching us. And we mean them no harm.
All right. I'm going to, with the reins still in my hands, just lift my hands in the air like this, kind of.
I love how we're all doing this, by the way.
Hey, I was doing it earlier, so it's fine.
Just.
I'm doing it.
We'll all play along. It's fine.
From somewhere you can't quite pin where, you hear a voice. "And what brings the men of the stave to Needle's Point?"
Can I answer in Elvish?
You can.
We are no threat to you. We are very aware of the issues plaguing this land, and we've come to help, hopefully to work with you to resolve them. We also have a member of our party in need of assistance that we hope that you can provide.
Persuasion check.
Oh.
Yeah.
My arms
With advantage for speaking Elvish.
Oh, no.
Yeah, baby.
24. Nice. See from behind you a very tall elven guy just kind of appears from behind one of the trees, and then you notice quickly another, and suddenly you see you're surrounded by about seven high elves, all with bows trained on you. And then coming around the corner on the stairs, you see a tall elven woman. Well, I never thought I'd see the day.
I assume we can lower our hands without being shot in the head.
Nice and slowly, if it were. Take their weapons.
As I lower my hands, I just pat the horses. Okay, boys. It's okay.
A good
I don't have any weapons.
a good few of the elves come and they take your weapons if you allow them.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. See one of them pulls Lurkbane out and kind of gives it a. They also take your shield, and they take your staff, Ash.
I also have some, full disclosure, I have some throwing axes in my boot.
and, and you may want this. I like pull it out of my long boot. It's like the scimitar.
They gather the weapons and begin to march you all single file up the cliff's face. They take the horses, carrying them towards the back. You kind of wind up the edge of the cliff until you see a elven structure jutting out of the cliff face. It's quite nice for an outpost. It's spreads outwards from the cliff face and quite like a large deck, with a small watchtower kind of jutting out of it, and what seems to be a couple of small houses and a something dug into the cliff face itself, where it seems to be housing more rooms. It's all immaculately created. There's banisters and everything. Very nice elven design. It looks quite serene from what you've seen. From up here, you're just at like canopy level, just a little bit above, and you can see a white kind of miasma as it spreads along the canopy and floats up in like tendrils, and these red embers just kind of spread out from it. It's quite a beautiful sight if it weren't for what you knew it was.
Do either of you speak Elvish?
No.
No.
Okay. You do hear a few elves talking as you get to the encampment. You see there are like a good solid like other 10 elves here. From what you've seen so far, you've probably seen about 20 elves in total, as they kind of eye you up and down as you enter. We'll take your wounded. See what we can do for him.
May I also point out that myself and my friend Ash here have also been tainted by the same flame, although a little earlier. So we're not sure if we're facing the same symptoms or issues. But if we could have a problem, we would appreciate your help as well.
A herbalist has concocted a salve. It's painful, but it seems to do the job. If you're not advanced in your infection, that is. Although you don't seem to be. Good. We'll deal with that later. First, we need to come to some terms.
Very well.
She leads you into the chamber that's inside the mountain. You see it's actually quite a nice hall with a large table in the center. Looks like it's perhaps used for eating, but also, in this case, is being used for a diplomatic meeting. The elven lady takes a seat at the end of the table and asks you all to sit. There are still plenty of elves in the room, kind of lining the walls, keeping watch.
Do you mind if we conduct this meeting in the common tongue such that my friends here can participate?
I suppose it can't be avoided.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
You understand our small skirmishes have caused quite a bit of hesitation when it comes to parleying with your kind.
I do, more than probably most.
You see, Rupert kind of puts his hand out and says, "Please, Hans, I'll handle this."
Uh-oh.
As men of the stave, we've done our duty in protecting these lands, and you've done your duty in protecting your lands. I'm sure we can come to a common agreement that what's currently happening in the forest is not beneficial to either of us, and so it would be good for us to work together in this instance to solve the problem. The high elf kind of looks and says, "Solve the problem you wish to? I hate to inform you, but our stance is to not get involved and merely let this thing run its course. Your I understand your kind are easy to panic in such circumstances, but with time, the forest will heal, the animals will return.
If you'll allow me, we have reason to believe that this threat extends beyond the forest, that it has impeded settlements of our kin to the north, and that it travels southwards, that it impacts beyond the forest's borders. We have seen it in the fields of flowers to the south. This is not a matter for the forest. This is a matter for the region. It is not localized.
Hans, do you speak Sylvan?
No.
You see, the high elf turn looks specifically at you because she knows she can speak Elvish and begins speaking a very similar tongue, but not one that you understand. This is old Elvish. She mutters to the guy and he kind of walks off. I appreciate your worry for your kind. I do.
I don't worry for my kind, madam. No, I worry for all life in this region. That is why I am here, that is why he is here, and that is why she is here. The men of the stave here are fulfilling their duty, as he has made abundantly clear, but that is not what we are here for. We are here for something deeper. We're here to tackle the threat to the region posed by this evil. And I'm sure you'll agree that that's what it is. This is not a natural force. This is a malevolent force, and we need to work together to resolve it. I hope you'll agree with that.
Usually we would not really entertain to extend help to something so human regioned, as it were. It's our job to look after the border between our realms and not deal with your problems. However, you're right in that there is a malfeasance to this. The way it twists the minds of the animals is something we've been looking into and something that worries us greatly, as it's not natural at all.
The rate at which it spreads should be of concern to you too. It does not have to travel very far west before it impacts significant portions of your realm. Surely you understand this. This is your first front line.
I do understand this. My orders, however, are to merely wait and see. Now, I'd be lying if I said I didn't disagree with those orders. However, the chain of command must be obeyed. No?
The chain of command, from whom does this come? From the Westlands or from this forest itself?
From the Westlands. The crystal woods are closed off at the moment. We're not to expand outside the region much at all. In fact, our operation here is an exception to our rule. Merely keeping an eye on the king's men here. See what they're up to, not to be trusted. And I see you're not one of them, you and your friends.
We're not.
And you've made some pretty sorry company. These men are tricky. Now, let's try and keep things civil, shall we?
These men are fulfilling a duty. They're not to be blamed. The difficulties that arise between my people and your people come from a distant land. I'm very well aware of them. We don't need to concern ourselves with those politics whilst there is such grave threat here. We should focus.
I appreciate your candor, and I too don't wish to mix politics with situations like this. We're willing to allow a small portion into the woods, but I'm not sure what your plan is if you have one.
I'm hoping that we can work that out together.
There's a unnatural balance in the creatures of the woods. I see here we have a druid who understands the importance of this.
Yes.
I'm not sure how advanced you are, but the natural balance of forested areas like this is very important. The creatures here have a way of maintaining order amongst themselves. If that balance is out of sync with the forest itself, then it spells doom for the forest. The
As it does.
spirit of the woods here, Churitine, is infected. He's rampaging through the woods with his kind, spreading this flame like a plague. If he isn't stopped, the woods will fall in no time.
The spirit of the woods. Why is he rampaging? What angered him?
He's been set ablaze by whatever this is. He's a spirit, and this flame feeds off of the spirits of creatures, from what we've seen.
Yes.
And so his agony is immeasurable. We want to subdue him, and we want to try and help him with our salve, but it's a bit of an issue at the moment. That's our focus right now. We believe by doing that it will stop the spread of the flame at least. Long enough for the woods to survive. But our plan is to have the cause of the flame pass through the woods. You must understand that.
Cause of the flame. The cause of the flame only appeared a week ago. Correct?
Around that time, yes. We make it out to be 10 days.
10 days.
I am of the belief that this forest is the front line in something much larger. Something that we are here to help solve. Letting it pass through is to move the issue to another land. Dealing with it here is to save countless lives, both elf and man. Probably dwarf and gnome. Probably even goblin and orc. But here is where we should make a stand. And only together will we do that. Applying the salve, that is maybe something we can help you with. Working together seems the logical course of action.
I agree. The main issue is that the spirits, I'm not sure the source of them, they came in from the north. They're completely invulnerable. They're not anchored. I'm not sure if you know much.
Damage to them.
None at all. I don't know if you know much about spirits. Tell me, any of you?
Not me.
Unfortunately, this is a realm
There is a intangible spirit in the woods. It commands a small army that travel through the woods, and none of them are capable of being harmed or even dismissed. Something is anchoring them. It's common knowledge, well, sort of, with certain spirits that unless this thing, this object or person or spell that's causing them to be anchored here is dispelled, then they will be untouchable. We can't do anything about your problem unless the source of that spell is dealt with.
And do we know anything of where that comes from?
We know nothing. All we know is they travelled in from the north. Perhaps a summoner? We're not sure.
Then the north is where we must go. Zyke, do you agree?
I think so, yes. I think I may know of something, but it's hard to say at this point, so I guess we will.
We'll dispatch 5 of our kind to help you to the forest's edge. However, I recommend you stay the night here. It's not safe to travel.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
The stavesmen, we would prefer it if you were to head back to your fortress. I'm not sure what help you could be here. If you were to leave, that would be safest for you, and you won't get anyone else into any trouble.
You can at least help their man, though, right?
We can. The solve is a tricky thing. It's painful to administer, but he'll survive. As will you. If you believe you're tainted with this flame.
I fear we may be.
Good. Then we'll have our physician look you over. You'll be fed, and you'll have beds for the night. You'll move in the morning. Understood?
Understood.
The men of the stave should leave the woods, although we've not been able to get you to do that before, so I imagine you'll linger. But you should report back. We're not sure what the cause of this is, but if you believe you can find it in the north somewhere, then that should definitely be the course of action.
Do you really not believe that the men of the stave could be of help, or lookout, or some kind of advanced force to support your endeavours in this forest?
I believe the best use of them, if I was to be commanding them, would be to have them at the entrance to the forest to stop anyone else from wandering in. Nothing much.
Do you agree with that? Rupert?
The northern entrance or the southern entrance?
Southern.
I have to say I do agree. I'm not sure what use. If you can help my man, I'll definitely do that. Save anyone else from wandering into this trap.
It feels like a good cause, Rupert.
Would be. Don't let anyone who is trying to travel to the north through the forest
At the
make
rate
a checkpoint.
At the rate they're traveling through the forest, we expect them to get through it in about roughly 18 days to 2 weeks.
18.
2 weeks, 20 days, I'm not sure. But they're slow to move and they're carting a lot of equipment around. I'd love to get to the bottom of what that is, but I don't believe that's something we should risk our lives for right now.
My lady High Elf, what is your name?
I had it, but I closed my iPad.
That's a beautiful name, and it's a high order, I believe.
Hello, lady, my iPad.
My name is Ail.
Ew.
Ail.
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 Okay.
Oh.
The sleep spell as well.
Good. Good then.
May I ask a quick question on a personal note? Do you know Lord Ainsilver?
Yes, I know Lord Ainsilver, of course. He dispatched me here personally.
Lord Ainsilver is your chain of command?
Yes, he's taken control of most of the defense, the Crystal Woods.
Okay. I would like a moment of your time, if that's okay.
I suppose.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to mute us, or are you wanting to do it in front of the guys?
I'm going to mute and then just walk.
I'm going to do it here, with them here.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh my god!
The stavesmen are taken and dismissed and shown where they can be staying. Well, you guys linger back. What's troubling you?
Lord Ainsilver had a daughter. You'll know her, Alora.
Yes, I remember Alora.
Alora is, of course, the reason for a lot of the tension between our people, right?
A lot of it, I would assume. Yes.
I wanted to get something to the High Lord Ainsilver in person, but I fear that might not be possible in the near future. So I'd like you to pass it on if possible. Will you see him?
I'd have to make sure it's not some form of trick.
It is not. Are you aware of what this is? Take out Elora's pendant.
My God. And what is it you might be doing with that?
Elora was sent on a diplomatic mission to Boothport.
We'll take your pendant, Freezeguard. But as soon as light
No.
comes, you're leaving. Understood? And your location will be reported.
You know who I am.
Of course I do.
Okay. Then I would very much appreciate an audience with Lord Ainsilver when this devilry is over with. But if you could manage the pendant back to where it belongs, I would appreciate that too.
I'll do so. Deal with this situation and we can talk again.
Very well, thank you.
Now go.
Whoa.
I very much like that.
I know.
The other high elves kind of gesture for you guys to head out.
Head to our, obviously where we're staying for the night. Are we still allowed to stay here tonight?
Yeah.
I know, right? It almost feels like our invitation was rescinded.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
They're fine with it. They're a little bit touchy.
What were you doing with
As
that
I
elf?
remember when we first met, I told you that I was heading into the north, to the forest, to try and find a high elf.
Yes.
That high elf is Lord Ainsilver.
Oh.
What I was
What were
trying
you...
to return his daughter's pendant. She gave it to me as a gift. It's a long and arduous story, one that I'll save today, but in short, she was someone very dear to me, and someone who was lost.
So sorry to hear that.
I see.
I know of loss.
It happened a long way from here in my homeland.
So
But,
do they blame you?
the events that happened there, they culminated in the hostility that we see here today.
I see.
Yes, the High Elves are a big part of my life. Unfortunately, I let them down with her death. That's why they know who I am. That's why I'm very au fait with the workings of this region. It's a personal matter and one that shouldn't detract from what we need to do here and now. But if we can circle back round and speak to these people again, I would very much like an opportunity to speak to Lord Ainsilver, if that presents itself.
I think Ash can agree with me that if it's something you need to do, then it will be done.
Yes, of course.
Thank you. For now, we'll focus on the task at hand.
Very well.
Okay. So you guys head out of the enclosed area of the camp and wind up in one of the small kind of houses that's been set up. You're fed with some nice broths, and after a little while, you see quite a large elf enter.
An elf.
Yeah, you see a large elf enter. He's dressed in robes and carries with him a small jar. Greetings. I am Holia, the cleric. I've been told to treat your wounds.
We're not entirely sure if we have been infected, but both myself and Ash here were hit with the flame. It was cast a direwolf, and both of us have mortal wounds that potentially could evolve into something more sinister. We're hoping that you could have a look and see if there's anything you could do.
Of course. Please allow me to inspect the wound. Kind of comes up close. He rolls a medicine check. No.
He fails.
He looks
He's
kind
very
of close.
close.
You see his hands kind of glow a little bit as he inspects. Ah, yes. You're lucky to have found this so early. The salve I'll be administrating is quite painful. It's these flames, they spread through those that are alive, those with spirit. This will kill certain parts of your flesh so that the flame will stop spreading. The flesh will heal over time, but it is quite painful. It's a necrotic salve of sorts.
And there's no sort of local anesthetic or...
Unfortunately not, no. Some of our men have taken to drinking of the honeydew to numb the senses first. Should you wish to?
I actually...
You have some. Good
If-
thing I got it, huh?
We have some. I mean, we have some triple X concoction or whatever it is. If you want to drink some of that to make the pain go away.
Will you be able to perform this if I'm inebriated with alcohol?
I'd be able to perform it if I was inebriated with alcohol.
Very well.
Lord Freegard, if I may. I heard from Ale of the situation, and I want you to know that there is a portion of our people that aren't as easily convinced of certain ideals. I want you to know that there is still support for peace amongst our people, although not the majority, unfortunately.
Did you know her?
Not personally, no, but Ail did, quite closely, I believe. I'd heard stories, of course, and everyone has at this point. But I do feel like obligation to tell you that at the stave nearby, there are 2 brandsmen. We believe them to be stirring up trouble in the region between the High Elves and your kind. I feel you should know that.
Thank you for the information. 2 brandsmen at the stave, you say?
Yes. Nasty bunch too.
Thank you for the information. I will put it to good use.
We're not in the place to be able to be dealing with that kind of situation. We're in the strict instructions not to leave our posting. You understand?
I do.
Good. Then let's get to this administration, shall we? With that, he administers this salve. It's a searing pain as he means that you feel your muscles cramp up, you feel your skin kind of blister. Over time, the pain dies down, and same for you, Ash. You get a bigger dollop than Hans did, and it's a rough experience, but you've dealt with worse. You've been mauled by wolves. It's fine.
Yeah, it's I got attacked by wolves.
Yeah.
Okay,
doke. Is there anything anyone else would like to do while you're kind of chilling out here?
Lord, did you catch that? Just who was he? I mean, if he doesn't want to tell us, then fine. But
I imagine he was once very important. Maybe he still is.
yeah.
He definitely seems to carry a sense of regality about him.
You could call it that.
Well, I mean, I mean, he also carries a sense of self-entitledness, but I'm not gonna,
True.
I'm not gonna bash on him the whole time.
Only a little bit, it's fine.
But he does seem to come from quite a diplomatic background.
Very true. I mean, he's very good at speaking, which is fine for me, but definitely need to.
Yeah, definitely someone who's familiar with politics and negotiation.
bit of an oversharer at times, I think, is also the thing that we need to worry about.
I mean, he isn't very good at keeping a secret, but
Which we definitely need to keep, I think.
you just
There
need
is
to.
something. Sorry.
No, you just need to. We'll just need to shut him up.
Very true. But there is something I wanted to talk to you both about once the coast is clear. Is it empty? Is it just us three?
Yeah, Hollyhouse left now.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I'll wait until he comes back, but there was something that sparked an interest in the conversation that we were having with the High Elf regarding. Here we go. Hans, you're back. Good. Right. There was something I wanted to talk to you both about that sparked an interest or a little bit of something when we were talking to the Lady High Elf.
Oh, yes.
She talked about spirits being anchored. If I remember correctly, in the prophecy, it did speak about the ring trapped the Watchers, yet they remain. I'm wondering if these things are Watchers that it's referring to, and this ring is keeping them here, and something we might need to find.
A ring, like an item of. Well, from what I know, and I don't know a lot about spirits and otherworldly beings. It's out of, kind of out of my realm of balance. But they tend to anchor to something that's very important to them if they are going to anchor to something. So maybe whatever is causing this is anchored to that and has the power to enthrall others, maybe?
It could be a ring of power, an actual jeweled ring, or a ring how we saw back. I can't remember the town name, but where they had the stone ring that they had. Where
A ring in a more metaphorical, like
exactly,
or even maybe just an alchemy circle or something like that. It could be any kind of ring. It could be a piece of jewelry. It could be something more metaphoric. It depends. It's kind of difficult to say. It's very interesting. It's very spirits choose very weird things to, but they usually tend to have a lot of not material, but sentimental value to them.
Well, it's
So you
something
think
we can keep
the
an eye on.
Watchers could be the tall creatures we've seen in the wood?
Possibly. I mean,
Maybe.
we're not quite sure what they are, but at least
They
there's one thing we
seem to
can count
keep
on the prophecy.
slaves. They seem to be enslaving other people.
Well, the reason why I think they could be is from something Hans spoke about previously, where the horses and carts untouchable, pulled forth by the enraptured. Before that, it did state the passage I said before, the ring trapped the Watchers, yet they remain, but then follows with, you will see them in time, which could be leading on from that, meaning these Watchers could be the things that are pulling these enraptured people, possibly. I may be reading into it a little bit too hard, but it's something that's...
If we deciphered it that way, we've certainly seen it firsthand.
I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to think, especially with meeting a faction called Needle's Point, that this prophecy is a little bit more direct than we thought it was.
The needle's point beat is certainly a literal sense.
That's what I mean. I mean, yeah, that's what I mean to say. Is we maybe should take this prophecy in a far more literal sense than a metaphorical sense, like we were.
And we're at Needle's Point now. We're told to trust Needle's Point.
I assume Needle's Point won't betray us, and maybe what they're saying about some of those stave is true.
Yes.
If we're being told to be guided by Needle's Point, then maybe what they're saying is of value to us.
I agree.
That does lead me on to something else. This goes for the both of you, not just you, Hans. But when dealing with these types of missions from here on out, we're going to need to be selective in what we tell people. Not to be rude, but we need to not trust everyone we come across and not spout these prophecies, just in case the wrong ears can find out what we're doing and possibly hinder our mission or stop us or do something worse.
I understand. I am sometimes a little loose-tongued when
That
revelation.
is a gift, though. I do applaud you for how well you speak, and I do thank you for the help you have given us on this journey, but I do need you to remember that we need to be selective in who we speak to.
You just rein me in when you think I'm running amok.
Hopefully it won't happen too often, but I'll guarantee I will. Thank you.
Very well.
And I tend not to share unless I absolutely trust someone. So, and those people are few and far between.
Seems that way anyway with this whole world. To be fair.
Hmm.
Ah well. Thank you both of you. I do thank you.
We've come a long way, but I fear the worst is to come.
Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah.
Well, shall we call it there? It seems like a good place.
Yeah.
Can do, yeah.
If you guys want to
Yeah.
carry on talking, we can. But yeah.
Well, I've got to feed the cat because she was due a meal over half an hour ago.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
So
We'll still be here anyway.
We'll
until
call
11.
it
For me, I'll still be here until 11. So
We'll call
Yeah.
it then. Oh yeah, I'm still gonna linger.
yeah, I'm gonna feed the cat. I'll just put myself on mute while I do it, and then I'll be right back.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to carry on in character, like defo, or if you want to talk to any of the elves or anything like that while we're here.
I mean, I don't think I need to speak to any of them.
I'd rather avoid them.
I mean, yeah. I do want to ask you if you're willing to divulge some stuff, Hans.
Sure. What would you like to know?
Lord, huh? How high is that in ranking?
Where I come from, I was the son of, I guess, the person in charge of an entire region of Sulfordia.
Shit.
That title isn't really bestowed upon me anymore. The incident that occurred essentially was that of brewing tensions. There were woodland elves who lived upon our border. There were high elves that used to visit them frequently. Alora was someone that I met. She was a diplomat of sorts. She was very good. She worked with the wood elves. They maintained a great relationship. There was a little bit of an incident, and I met her. I met Hitachi, a group of high elves that they were working in the region at the time. But unfortunately, that area of our land, that area of Sulfordia, is very much aligned to the king's way of thinking, and that is one of intolerance to magic users. Unfortunately, that bleeds down into racial bias. So,
Is that not the south?
yes. The far
I've
south.
been told to never go south.
You're a magic user. You would be you'd be partial to various laws. They would track you, manage your every movement. It's a different world down there. One that I'm glad to be away from.
Good.
But unfortunately, that world it ended up killing someone I loved.
Sorry.
There was a great chain of events that led to terrible tragedy. I was fortunate enough to escape with the help of some friends and family. But yes. Returning Alora's pendant has been pretty much my only aim since then.
Glad you could do it.
Yeah. I've never ventured to that region since. Just travelled north, helping who I can. My title of Lord, it's superficial at this point, I think. The ring carries some weight on occasion, but yes.
I've seen. I think I'd still prefer to call you Hands, though.
I would much prefer it.
No matter what, you'll still just be good old Hands.
Yes, that is a different world, one that I am far away from now. One that I may need to return to someday. There's some unsettled qualms that I might need to resolve, but yes.
Well, I know of two people wouldn't mind helping you out, if that's okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if you're ever, if you need to go back and you need some assistance, we can always help you.
I appreciate that. There's some people down there I would love for you to meet. I think you'd get along really well. Thank you.
It's okay.
Anytime.
Lord. I jest. That was lovely. I think I'm out of questions, to be honest. That was the one thing I picked up on. I was like, I want to ask that question.
Yeah, I don't want to pry too hard in Hans's history. A person is allowed to a person is allowed to keep their secrets and lock their demons away.
God knows we all do.
I don't pry, just because we all have our own demon secrets.
Well, we are very rapidly, I feel, becoming family. And if family can't share their torment with one another, then what can they share it with?
That is a good point.
Yes.
You look like you look like...
I'm out of character. Sorry, this laughter is full out.
Okay. You're just off. I feel like you're laughing because you're just like, you don't believe what shit I have in store for you.
A little bit. Might come out here or there, you don't know.
Is there anything you guys...
like some creepy druid woman, maybe?
I mean, you had no problem in turning into a bear and just ripping into a wolf. Just cash. Do you know what I mean? That's not normal. Come on.
Hey, no. I did what I had to save your asses. Don't you dare.
Fine. I'm just glad you didn't turn into a horse like I said.
Yeah, because then I would have been eaten, and then what would you have done?
Nothing. I missed twice. I did hit once, though.
Yeah, no, you did hit. You did hit. Yeah, you did hit.
See, this is why I always use Eldritch Blast, right? It's consistent. Switch to Firebolt, missed twice. What have we learned here today?
It's because you haven't used it before. Different hand incantation.
Yeah. I go for the old Fateful, didn't I?
I've got a couple of spells I haven't tried yet. But I don't know whether I should.
I mean, it took me a while to use my Thunder one. Trying to remember the name.
That Witch Bolt.
Witch's Bolt, yeah. Witch Bolt, that's the one. Took me a while, but that's a killer.
As you guys talk, you hear from outside, some elves have got together and begun to play some music. And you hear some somber singing into the night. Outside you see the light of the forest as it's ablaze with spirit fire across the whole canopy as the night gets darker.
The entire scene just sounds so morbid and melancholy.
We need to stop that.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah, because stop the music is literally one of the things in...
Oh.
We're taking it literally.
If we're going to take it literally, they should probably stop singing.
Yep. I mean, I feel like this whole section is this last bit of the prophecy. Like, I'm not. Does anyone
Okay.
else agree?
Who wants to run out there like madmen and tell them to shut up?
Hands?
No,
My lord? Do you want to...
I'll allow you.
I mean, I feel like I will do that in the next session.
Run out and just be like, please don't play music.
It could be something else. I may be reading into the prophecy a little bit too hard here, but detective for you, John.
Probably.
I don't know. I feel like the prophecy is turning out to be a little bit more literal than we thought it was. We were
Yeah.
getting very metaphorical with it, but Needle's Point is actually a group of people, so.
Well, Needles points the place you're in. You're at Needles Point.
Oh right,
The-
it's a place. So
Yeah, the people are called Needles. But they're all Needles of the elves. Like that's...
it's a faction.
Well,
is what it is.
it's a rank essentially. It's their version of like rangers. Are called
Oh, like
Needles.
archers. They're called needles.
Or rangers, yeah.
I feel like we're trusting where they're pointing to in towards like the north kind of thing. So maybe, I don't know.
Ambivalence.
Yeah, it's just one of those where I'm like, oh wow, so like a lot of the things that was said in the prophecy have turned out to be kind of quite physical, literal things. So maybe we've
Yeah.
been a bit too metaphorical with it, and we should probably like actually listen out for those things being tangible more than anything else.
Did I know about the needles before this?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's the high elf name for their rangers. The wood elves don't use the same name, so it probably would have been something you've heard in passing. But yeah, you would have known that.
Hang on, let me just check something. I can't tell if something's what I've written today or if it's.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it to you a good while ago when you were coming up with your backstory.
Yeah. In my key
Oh yeah,
people.
I slid it in there ages ago, dude.
Fucking hell.
Don't mess with my foreshadowing.
I got my thing right. Just all it says is Men of the Stave, North Mountain, nestling woods, and then needles in those woods.
Yeah, that's the woodworker told you that stuff.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I wrote it in the wrong place. I should have wrote it in the OneNote. But I wrote it directly into my backstory doc.
So you've got the Men of the Stave. If you got any questions for them, you've got the Holiar, the cleric. You've got Eel, if you wish to talk to her.
I'll have a quick chat with the Men of the Stave.
Yeah, they've been set up in something very similar to yours. They're only small buildings, so they're close by. If you wish to talk to them.
Gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind indulging me a few minutes of your time.
Hans, feeling better? Feeling good? How's the?
Yes, the Salvers and the trick. How's your man?
He's
Choky?
sleeping it off. Salve was pretty rough on him.
Yes,
He'll be fine.
He'll live though.
Definitely. Well, according to the high elves, so who knows?
We'll take that as mission accomplished.
Yes, thank you for your help. I really appreciate you coming along with us, and thanks for listening as well. It would have been very easy for you to assume I was a madman coming out the woods.
No, we're very familiar with this kind of trickery. A quick question: the stave itself, the fort.
Yes.
There are brandsmen there, correct?
At the moment, yes. We've got 2 brandsmen in.
Can you tell me anything about them?
Any reason in particular?
I'd heard that there were brandsmen that had reached the fort. I wondered if potentially they were people I've known in the past.
There's 2 of them.
No names or
Man and a woman. No. I do have names. I keep closing my iPad because
Have you actually got these names?
Yeah, of course I do. I've got names for everything.
I never underestimate Dan when it comes to just anything at this point. So I'm like, he's got it. It's fine.
It just got like Tolkien appendices.
Yeah.
It does get a bit out of control sometimes.
It's gonna get to the point where he has to buy a second iPad because it's just like too much stuff.
He just filled 128 gig of.
Yeah.
Yes, we have Brandmaster Gilead and Arya. Bit of a weird combo, if you do say so myself, but they've been set up by the king personally, so we've got important errands to be doing.
Well, I know either of them.
No,
What are they doing?
hunting for someone, but I'm not sure who. They're keeping it to themselves. They're just working out of the stave. We're operation as normal. We're just looking after them, giving them somewhere to stay, and doing anything they tell us to. But they're mostly roaming around the villages and towns nearby. The two of them spread out looking for something or someone. It's got them riled up.
Have they made it as far as Timberton? Do you know?
I believe they visited Timberton a while ago, yes. I'm not sure where they're at right now. I think they're back at the stave. But, I'm not going to disclose too much information of their whereabouts, if you don't mind. It's a military operation, after all.
Yes, no, very good. I am a military man myself.
I thought I could see that in you, the way you carry yourself.
Thank you.
I appreciate your skill at the diplomacy with the High Maiden.
Yes, I've worked with them before.
I've had nothing but trouble with them, but then again,
yes. You shouldn't. They're good people.
well, I'm not too sure about that.
Whatever you believe, whatever you've been told, they're good people. You're good people. You're both being spun different stories by each side. It's leading to a nightmare. So,
Well,
remember that.
I'll keep it in mind, but from what the evidence I've seen, they are slowly looking to expand into this region, and it's our job to keep an eye on them, make sure they don't take control of these woods as a stepping off point, as it were.
Well, anything I can do to help you, or anything you need from me, please reach out.
I very much appreciate it. Hopefully we can get this nasty business under control and things can go back to normal.
Very good.
Hi.
Good luck on your journeys and your posting at the South borders.
Yes, we'll move there as soon as we can.
Thank you, Rupert.
Hans?
Sight, Ash. The Brandmasters, I was informed about. I have a nasty feeling that they may be looking for me.
Oh.
It seems from Rupert there that they've made it to Timberton at some point, which means they might be on my trail. So just be mindful that there may be some of the king's finest people on my six. I'm not sure it's possible.
Very well. Well, we'll keep an eye out.
Yes. Thank you for letting
If
us
they
know.
do catch up to us and they do approach us, they'll likely try and spin you against me. The reason that they'll give will be treason. Understand this. It is treason. It's treason for a very good reason. It's a good one.
Nice.
I'd ask if we do come across either of them at any point, then you'll trust in me.
Well, you haven't done anything recently to give me doubt, so trust you over them any day, really.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Just wanted to give you a
If you
head.
want, I can ask a few of my friends to have a look into them if you like.
That might be
A few
helpful.
people that will do that for me. Thank you very much. see if I can find a friend of mine in this little place and see if I can get some.
Well, the names like Gilead and Aria. If you learn anything, it will be helpful to me. I didn't think
And
it this far.
yeah, personally, my kind tend not to get involved in the politics of this land too much. So you have my trust more than they do.
Thank you.
That's all I can say.
I appreciate that.
If that's the case, Dan,
Mm-hmm.
can I see if I can get anyone to send a message to
Yeah.
the Watchers, not Watchers, the Seekers?
Okay.
my bad,
Yeah.
in regards to Gilead and Arya, and see if I can keep an eye on them, or at least be informed of their whereabouts, if they move,
Mm-hmm.
or if they ask around for hands.
It's a pretty difficult place to find someone to send a message, but you managed to convince one of the Staves guys when they head down south that they should pass the message along to someone who can take it to Varathea.
Thank you.
Using them background traits.
Of course.
Mm. Is
Anything
there
else?
anything
Oh, yeah.
actually? Sorry, yeah, no, I was actually just checking to see if I had any cool features.
Oh.
Eh.
Is there anything else?
Mine's just. Sorry.
Is there anything else you guys are wanting to do in character and stuff before we finish, or you want to talk to? Everyone good?
Okay.
Okay, we'll call it there then.
I'm good. Yeah. Noise.
And we're out of character. Good game for you.
Lovely.
Cool.